You can hear me, right?
Yeah.
How you doing,
Is
guys?
Lethal
Welcome to
here?
Debating World. As you see, I'm back here for another show
Yeah, I
tonight.
am.
We're talking about the Cleveland shooter right here, and I'm gonna give everyone go ahead today and give their opinions on what they think is going on, if they think it's real, fake. What information have they heard? What do you think we should do? And how should we handle events like this? We have Lethal and Carlotta. They decided to join me tonight. As you see,
Wait a minute. Go ahead. Well, I kind of told you what I think. Personally, I mean, I hope nobody gets mad at me for this, but I'm not feeling it, and I'm not feeling it based on blood splatter because yes, the man got shot like close range, but
mm,
there's been some incidences where I've seen where people have been shot close range, and within like one incident where man's side of his face was shot off, the right side of his face was just demolished. He got shot close range with a 40 caliber something. Well, I found that out from the detective. But make the long story short, it was a 15-minute interval as from the time that I heard the gunshot, his body dropped. I'm in my house trying to get my clothes on because I thought I had a gunshot. I'm thinking, oh my God, from the direction that I heard it, I thought they might have hit my car. You know what I mean? So I went out there to check on my car. But all that time, it was like 15 minutes had gone by. So when
mm,
I got outside, it wasn't even hardly, it was blood out there, but it wasn't no blood like that. And that was a big dude. You know what I'm saying? He was like every bit of 200 some pounds, about 6'3". And the thing was, he got shot in the face. Like, to where as though I guess brain matter looked like ground beef, right? So I mean, I saw a little bit of that, but I didn't see a whole lot of blood splatter like it. So and then by him where he got shot where he was standing, so he fell
mm,
forward, right? So
mm.
you didn't see blood down by his feet. You know what I'm saying? Or near his in the middle part of his body going to near to his legs and stuff like that. You saw the blood up by his head because that's where he got shot and he fell in where he fell in the place he got shot at. So my
Right.
thing is on that tape I noticed that it was a bunch of blood splatter, like the man took and fell forward and then dragged himself backwards because it was a smear mark going like towards where he ended up finally laying at. So that didn't look right. If you're gonna
Yeah.
shoot somebody in the face, they fall backwards. They don't fall forwards and backwards. And within a
Oh.
second, you got all that damn blood on the ground. That didn't look right.
Well, I can say it's always blood everywhere in your body. So I mean, you as soon as you get shot, it's
It's
gonna be
true, but
blood
you're not gonna
everywhere.
have a smear mark. It's not. Don't you know how tire tracks leave a mark like a
Yeah.
straight line, like like, what do you call it, like a rectangular line or lineage or something like that? That's what it left. Like somebody took and dragged him or some shit. And it's like from what I saw, you pull a gun, shoot the man falls backwards. You're not gonna have smear marks from the midsection of his body going towards where he's finally laying at because he fell backwards.
Okay.
So where's all that bottom smear mark shit coming from? It didn't look right.
Well, to me, it didn't look like a smear mark. It looked like more like blood spatter. But now that I say that's the difference. I can say from you guys not living in Cleveland,
Hmm.
where I live in Cleveland, so I get a little bit more news than you guys do, and we see our chief of police, people that we know and interact with because we see these people. You know what I mean? That's one good thing I can say about being in the city that it happened. We
Well,
see
I'm gonna say,
we get a different like when y'all see it on the media, it's all late. We get a different and we get a little bit more information sometime than you do. Like,
I can
they had
respect
the
that.
police chief Calvin. Yeah, that's why I said it. I can always remember his name. We got the same name as my son. But
But local
yeah.
police can easily be corrupted faster than anything. I know that
Oh,
that
definitely.
is can be the case because like right here where I'm from, you know what I'm saying? They always putting a female in position, as far as being a mayor or whatever. But yet still she's just representing the city. She's not really the one that's running shit. The ones that's behind the scenes is running everything, and they're the ones that's benefiting from everything. You know what I'm saying? They just got her out front because, for one, a lot of times when there's a woman that they put women in high positions like that, they're easy to manipulate. This is the purpose of putting them in them positions like that. You know what I'm saying? So because there's going to be more of an expectation for a man. If you put a man in a position like being the mayor of the city, you're going to expect things to run more efficiently and more effectively because it's a man. But when it's a female, it's like, oh, well, she said she was going to do this or make this happen. Well, she probably didn't do it because her kid probably skinned her knee and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they think women like get emotional and get sidetracked and shit. You know what I'm saying? So if you stereotypically start thinking like that, then it's like it's
Y'all
understandable
do.
why shit don't get done because no. I'm just saying if you stereotypically think like that, you can easily understand why shit is not getting done. You see what I mean? So it's like the women get a pass because it's like, well, she probably got a period or she got cramps or something. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
it benefits those that are empowered behind the scenes to have a weakling out front. They could benefit better. Won't nobody question shit because everybody already know they think that women are incompetent. You see what I'm saying? So nobody's gonna question anything if shit don't go a certain way. So that's why like local government is like really easy to manipulate. At least I know that that to be the case here. Historically, most of your city
Mm-hmm.
governments were always easily corrupted and manipulated. So because I'm looking at things from somewhat of a historical standpoint, that's what makes it difficult for me to um accept certain things that just so happen in the cities or whatever. 'Cause I'm like, come on, be for real. I mean, just like we supposedly had the riot here, but yet and still, if you a person that actually lived here,
Mm-hmm.
you would have known that the majority of the people that were rioting were not from Baltimore. You see what I'm saying? So it's very easy
Right.
to have a bunch of people come from somewhere else and tap your shit. But that
Mm-hmm.
would, but when you publicize it and broadcast it, it makes it look like the natives are going wild. And the thing is, it's like them motherfuckers ain't from around here. You know what I'm saying? But nobody is you're not gonna come across anybody that's a true Baltimore. While I'm in Baltimore, true Baltimorean, you're not gonna get that interview like that. They're not gonna really talk to them people. Most people that they was put up in front of the camera, they wasn't from here. They just speaking on being here, but they were not from here. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But how is anybody across the nation supposed to know that? All they see is a black person
Well, I'll say from this, like one of the things is
and just assume they live from around here.
now, as you see, some people are sitting here going now saying that the video looks suspicious and all like that. I believe he did kill the guy, and I know, of course, it wasn't like I was there. To me, the video, it looked like a fool just that don't know how to, it ain't like these people are videographers, and I mean, it looked like somebody just didn't really know what he was doing. If you see by the way
But
his tone and his demeanor you can tell this guy was off his rocker.
But
He
things
was
could be
something was wrong with
pre-planned.
him.
I mean, I could like tell you like stand on this corner or walk up the street from me, and then I'm gonna come around the corner. All right, and now I'm gonna put the camera on. You get what I'm saying? It's like all that shit could have been
Mhm.
done and set up before he actually was filming it. So from the standpoint we looking at it, it's like, oh, he's just now filming it, in which he could have had a discussion with this man like 10 minutes ago or
Well,
15 minutes ago.
the only reason I say that is because technically it happened here in my own home city. I don't know
Hmm.
that man personally, but I've seen him before. He like
Okay.
in that area he lives in.
He looked like a lot of
You know,
little black folks I've seen before too.
no, I've seen him before. That area he frequents in.
No, I'm just
That's why,
kidding.
like yesterday, there were some people who worked here, known people that worked here in the casinos, and they
Hmm.
even came out and said, "Man, I know that dude. He used to always be," and that's true. Brother man did have a gambling problem because that motherfucker was there like all the time. He said,
Who are
"I
you
see that
talking about?
nigga
The
three,
old
four
man
times
or
a week."
the young
No,
fella,
the
the
young
guy that's
dude,
shooting everybody?
the guy that shot it. And that's why people, and for people to sit up here and try to say that it's fake news. Now I see, because now it's happening in my city, and then now I watch other people and they sit up here and say, "Oh, this shit didn't happen, and that shit don't seem right,"
I'm not
and that's like
saying
that.
it didn't, but it's just that it makes it like kind of because like okay, remember when they went on a manhunt looking for the police officer from California or something, and they shot him up in the woods somewhere or whatever.
Hmm.
Remember they had a manhunt with that? Okay. Remember, he was a big black guy. Okay. The guy that shot the girl on TV, the news reporter, he was a big black guy. Historically, you know what I'm saying? Society was always made to fear the big black guy. You understand what I'm saying? So to me, here we go with this bullshit again. You know what I'm saying? A big black guy. You know what I mean? Now all of a sudden we supposed to get scared. We walk in the street, mind our business, and then you got ways though somebody go so far to be cruddy enough to shoot our own person. So therefore, we are not safe at all. Because if somebody is like that, excuse me, that messed up to shoot an old person, then what makes it? What makes you an exception? Meaning
Right.
you that younger than that person. So therefore, you're trying to incite some type of fear. Okay, especially when it comes down to the big black guy. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, come
Mhm.
on, this shit is like bullshit. You know what I mean? And then, oh yeah, oh I'm doing all this because my girlfriend broke up with me. Okay, what's the biggest problem that it seemed like a lot of men are having? Problems with black women, right? Here we go with this bullshit. It's like, yo, they playing into that, man. It's like, can nobody see that? Did nobody notice this? How that's tying into the whole all the little agendas and narratives and shit right now. This
Well,
this guy,
I'm
all
not.
this dude is doing, and then the guy, okay, and then the sensitivity issue. Oh, damn, he a punk ass nigga. He up here, what I'm saying, wanting to kill everybody because a girl dogged him or whatever. What is the main thing? A lot of people are starting to think that black men are weak and all this shit, right? So then here you go with this nigga going to sit up here supposedly running around shooting everybody. You know what I'm saying? Over broad. You see what I'm saying? And it's
Okay.
like, oh, a black woman at that. You know what I'm saying? Here we go with this shit. It's like y'all don't see how this stuff like kind of ties into each other. It's bullshit. And then he gonna sit up there and talk on the phone, have a conversation with somebody talking about, well, don't nobody listen to me. Don't nobody spend time talking to me. Y'all be blowing me off. Typical shit. Oh, well, he must have been raised by a single black mother. You see what I'm saying? Here we go with this shit.
Well, I
You see what I'm saying? It's like, come on, though. They are just trying so hard, you know what I'm saying, to really cause people to lose favor when it comes down to the black man. This is some bullshit. This is highly disrespectful. And it's like, to me, it's playing on the goddamn mentality of a lot of people. Now, only people that's going to be afraid of this shit is people that's out in the suburbs that don't never come down to the city. It's like, oh my God, there's a big black guy running around killing people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got shit to worry about. Imagine what people got to go through to actually live in the inner cities.
Mhm.
And then we in the city try to tell people, no, it's not really like that. And then what ends up happening, oh, you're just trying to cover for the black people. And come on, bruh. Stop playing. If I tell you that I live in the city and all that females on every day, every 2 minutes, fighting and beating and chewing on people and shit. If I'm telling you I ain't saying that shit, it's like, and I actually live in the city, it's like, come on. It's like from video to video that you may see, you got to understand these are certain segments that come from other cities or other states or
Mhm.
whatever. I can see if you like got video at the video of some fuckery that's happening every day in one city. Like, okay, out of St. Louis, every day, all day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, I'm producing, like, if I'm going to put out a video that's showing you how the people in the city of St. Louis acting. That to me, oh, I'm like, damn, okay. But if you got like one video showing some girls acting retarded and they in Nebraska, and you got one video and some girls acting retarded and they in Baltimore, it's like these are different places at different times.
Mhm.
This is not happening all day, every day. But when you put them together, then it makes it look like, oh my God, those people are crazy. See? So
Well,
that to me is like, trying to program people to be on some other shit. I don't see that shit every day. And I'm not trying to fake the phone or, be phony or nothing like that. And I'm not trying to take up for the girls that ain't about nothing or the brothers that ain't trying to do shit for their life. I'm not trying to take up for them people. But I mean, right is right, wrong is wrong. I don't personally see this shit every day. And I'm out and about every day,
okay. Well, I'll say this, Carlotta.
fighting on every corner.
On this, let me go ahead and interrupt you here. I said on this point here, the only thing I see really mostly coming from this, this is a true event. The event did happen. I live here in Cleveland. I know the areas in question he was in. Just like, but I do admit I first called it out when I first watched the video yesterday. I said, well, he said he killed some people in a house on 108th and Cedar. I said anybody that knows Cleveland knows that there are no
Mhm.
houses on 108th and Cedar. There's a townhome like across the street on one side, but it's a big
Mhm.
city building on one side. If this man had killed 14 people in there, I think 13 people in there, or 13, 14, I mean, he said, then they would know about it. Now, of course, the
That's
police
why the
did
article.
no, but listen, the
Mhm.
police did
Check
go
it.
and check that because I have a
Mhm.
friend of mine that owns they stay in a building on 108th and Cedar. It's like
Mm.
108th, and they stay in an apartment building there. And they did come in there. Police came, the guns drawn, and all like that. She had actually called me the other day while we were live on the show, saying the police
Mhm.
came in there and they were looking for,
Well, they
she
gotta
called me,
check out,
looking
some
for,
shit
right.
that
They
may be
checked out all
recording.
leads and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I don't
Well, you.
think, like I said, I think the man he was in love with girlfriend. She went off there and he just snapped and did something stupid. I mean,
I
it's
think it's full of
not,
shit.
oh no, it ain't fake at all. Not fake it. I don't believe it's fake whatsoever.
I think his
Man,
reasoning is full of shit
his reason, his
because it
reasoning is
plays
bad.
into the the,
But
the, the narrative or the agenda that's going on today. Oh, the black women is fucking up the lives of the black
now
man.
I'm
You know
gonna
what I'm
tell you, I
saying?
hate to
It's
say,
like, come
it
on,
got
y'all.
nothing to do
Really?
with a lot of this is a lot
Be
bigger than
for
black.
real. Be for real.
This is a lot bigger than just the black man and a woman thing. We're gonna take the race out of this. This is a lot bigger when it comes to the
Mm-mm,
fact is when things like this happen,
mm-mm.
that makes them really affect that this is like if I was them people like say I own cable companies and I want to make sure that we keep these social media platforms off or get these small news platforms off, people like us on YouTube from sharing the news because this is the main ammo for them to say, see, don't need to allow these people to stream live or to do stuff or to put up videos without our
Oh, another
permission.
form of freedom of speech.
Right,
Another
right.
attack on
And
freedom of speech. Okay, visual. Okay.
events like this is gonna fuck up the Freedom of Speech Act and all like that.
Well,
Like,
it's already
like
going
Yeah,
on.
but
It's
right. We
already
see
going on.
people
Think about it.
flagging
Every
videos.
time, anytime you have just like if you think every year that's at least
Mm-hmm.
one mass shooting. Let me see. This year is this shit. Last year was the Orlando shit. Wait, then there was something in LA too, I think. But you get what I'm saying. So you have every year is this, and what happens soon as these events happen? Sandy Hook, um, um, what else happened? It's so many of them I can't even keep up. But you have so many of these incidents that happen, and shit. That's why I'll be like, if I ain't know no better, I swear up and down that it's a political move because then what you get
hmm
is a bunch of people saying, "Oh, you see this? We need gun control. We need to ban guns." It's not the guns that's killing
that's the thing.
people. It's motherfuckers like that.
No,
See, and that's the same thing with
but
the whole Facebook Live. Hold on, that's the same thing with the
hmm
Facebook Lives
that's
and
right.
these streamings. You can't sit up here and try to infringe on that because you have some idiots that sit there and use it for ill purposes because you do have people that you have entertainers, music producers, artists, business owners, um, all these different types of people who uses Facebook Live or YouTube's or Google Hangouts or well, back then it used to be Ustreams, you know, to connect, and Instagram they got the streaming as well. People use
hmm
this for different reasons. A lot of people use it to connect with their fans, to connect with their followers, to bring that interaction. Then you have the other segment that use it for fucking shit like this.
Right. But
So
see,
what I think needs
ultimately,
to
if they, if
happen
hmm
from an article I saw about
Mm-hmm.
this incident, it was saying it was an article I saw. I don't know how credible the source is, but I was just skimming through it, and it was saying that one of they don't think that. I mean, for one, his account got shut down,
Right.
but
hmm
they don't think he actually did a live stream. Even though I saw a
No,
video
no.
where there was some where like the Facebook lives because I do them, and
Mm-hmm.
usually when you got people watching, people commenting while the video is going, you see the comments pop up.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was a
No.
Facebook Live, probably not of the actual event when he shot the old man, but
Right.
after the fact.
Well, it's actually been proven here. That's the one that this is information that we know here in Cleveland that you guys don't know. It is true. The event was not a Facebook Live event. They keep saying Facebook Live, but it was not on Facebook Live. Just to give you an example, the video was not, the police were already on the scene when the video was being uploaded. Police had already been called. And they did a timestamp of when the first police people had already been called before the video was uploaded. So the video was actually was taken beforehand and then uploaded later. It was not a Facebook Live thing.
Well, let me say this.
People do. That's one of the things that's getting bad press in the media now. They're saying that it happened on Facebook Live and this, that. It did not happen on Facebook Live. It did not happen on Facebook Live.
I'm sorry.
People who did not hear that shit, it was uploaded later. They had already received calls and all that before then. Like if you listen to the video, they even got to, just give an example, here in Cleveland, they've already interviewed the woman who lived right across the street, the woman that you hear screaming in the distance. That was her that called the police first. So
I think ultimately when they go to
her,
when they try to go to do away with the First Amendment right, you're gonna have your, to me, what it looks like how they set it up is going to be caused by black people. The reason that the First Amendment right is going to be fucked up is because of black folks. Just like you see how they did on YouTube, started flagging and going after the YouTubers and all that silly shit, right? Catering to these sensitive ass people. If these men or these people are not talking about you, then leave it the fuck alone. You got a choice not to watch it, whatever. Like, move on. But you're going to sit up here and make a big ass deal out of it. And then when they take it to another level and start messing with the freedom of speech rights of everybody, at the end of the day,
did she fade out?
Because you want to sit up here and make a big deal out of, being on some selfish shit. That's not helping nobody, because guess what? Just like somebody said to me earlier today, you could try to shut down these people that's talking about this and talking about that, but it's somebody else that's going to come, you know what I'm saying, and just either do more or do worse or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So really, you haven't really done anything. It doesn't make sense.
Well, like I said, it's just like Garcia just said, right. Only the video of his monologues were Facebook Live. The other video where he killed a dude and later was pre-recorded. They had already, like I said, they had already. The police even said that here.
They already filmed.
One of the things I sit here and see the difference when you watch like the news on CNN and watch what they show to when you watch our local news and we get a little bit more information. Like we already knew. Like when yesterday when they were still talking about. And I'm like, well, what are y'all talking about? It was Facebook Live. I knew that last night, back during my show. I said it wasn't Facebook Live. It was pre-recorded. And
it doesn't matter if people local or not local. You know what I'm saying? If shit is not real for real, because nobody came out of Orlando saying that they're shooting. Wait a minute, but nobody that lived in Orlando. I know, but nobody that lived in Orlando seriously came on did any type of interview that actually lived there and said that, oh yeah, it was cops and all this up and down the street. Ain't nobody really speak on that shit. It's like, why does things happen where other people live at, but don't nobody be commenting on the shit? If a nigga sat up here and shot somebody in front of my house or did something like that and it went viral, then I'll be one of them people that be jumping online talking about that shit. Like, let me tell you, guess what I saw? But it's mighty goddamn funny. Every time these mass damn things happen and somebody doing some shit, don't nobody ever say anything or see anything. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. They make it, you're going to make it nationwide, but yet still the people that actually live right there across the street, around the corner, whatever, don't never come out and say shit. It's really weird.
Well, the woman...
You'll never hear no coverage of people that actually live around there.
No, but the woman you hear, where the guy got shot. Where a lot of people don't understand where the guy got shot. Where you see on that side of the fence, where you see it was just a big open field. That's off on 93rd. But on the other side of the street is it's a line of houses. And where the guy got shot is right across the street from the woman where you hear her screaming in the back. Remember how you said.
So did the news reporters go? Okay.
Yes, they've already, like here in Cleveland, they've already shown her. They done shown her. They done talked to her. That's why I sit up here and say
one person. So it was only one person home on that block.
A group of people. They had a group of people.
What's going on?
They had a group of people in Orlando. Who is that? Wait a minute, because I
Cause
can't see. I'm getting ready.
Oh, okay. How you doing? You got something to say? You wanted to say, man?
nah, I'm just
Oh, Leslie. Is that Leslie? No, that's not Leslie. Who is that?
nah, just critical thinking.
That's critical.
The what?
Oh damn, I ain't seen that cat in a minute. What the fuck? What's up, man? What's going
Oh,
on?
critical shit. How you doing,
It
sweetie?
had to
Damn.
be. Look, I figured it had to be somebody from our group because the only people who got the link to just hop right in are the people in our group.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Nah, I'm just listening about the shooter. So I don't know if it's a, I don't know if it's real.
No,
I don't know if it's
no,
staged. I don't know if
it happened right here in my city. I noticed the areas he talked about,
Give me
like
1 second.
when he was sitting there talking, I could
Yeah.
tell that he was just trying to play up the thing and he was just trying to sound worse than it is. But when he said, "Oh, I killed some people at a house on 108th and Cedar," while we were sitting there watching that video, I said, he couldn't have killed nobody at a house on 108th and Cedar. He said, "Well, why is that?" Because in my job, I do real estate, and I go in a lot of houses all over the city. So I know a lot of areas because I've been in all these houses doing estimates or whatever. And I said he couldn't be there because ain't no house on the corner of 108th and Cedar. I said on one side of the street is a business. On the other side of the street is a big city area where they got city trucks in and out all day. So you think about it, if you killed 10 people across from where you got all these government workers, come on now. And then across the street on one side, there's a portion of there's a townhome. Now I could have meant that, but if you go down 108th ain't too long. 108th is maybe like if you were in a car to drive from one end of 108th to the other end in that area where he said, it only take you about 5 seconds. So to show you how short the strip is.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's just lots over there. That's why when he was saying that, I was like, well, that don't. I'm like this. That don't seem right there. Now, he did definitely kill that guy. You know what I mean? I don't know that guy personally, but I have seen him before here in the city. So, I mean, it ain't like, he's there. I've also talked to some people who I grew up with, and I know these people like secondhand, where they were people that worked in the casino that we have here in Cleveland, and they said that they frequent seeing him all the time. So he was a bad gambler.
Oh.
So I mean,
my only question is,
these are people who I grew up with. So the only reason I give them a little bit of credibility because the people that I grew up with, they said that they can vouch for these people, knowing that I've known this guy for a couple of years. He does work at the casino. You know what I mean? This, that, and the other.
Well, the only thing I question is, my condolences to that family that lost their grandfather, their father, and all that. But now, what about the other people that he claimed that he shot? Now that's my question.
No, he didn't kill anyone else. Just give an example.
Allegedly. I'm gonna say allegedly.
Allegedly, right? Allegedly, he didn't kill anyone else, and definitely not in the 108th and Cedar area. I can tell you that for sure.
Yeah.
I have a friend of mine that I'm still friends with. We talk to this day. She stays on 108th and Frank. That's the next. Like if you do Google Maps, you can see that's in sight of Cedar because ain't nothing on Cedar how it is there. And she did say the police came barging into her house because they checked all the houses in that area. Just like if you were even close to 108th and Cedar, they came in and just checked everybody's houses for bodies.
But he did come out of his mouth and said that he did like 14 or some double number.
He said, I killed 13 is the number.
Yeah, that's what he allegedly said. Now my question is, where are these 13 so-called people at? He allegedly said he killed. So that's my
fake.
question.
That's fake there.
Shit, I can say I got $1 million. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So now the rest of it, I don't know. He wants some attention. I don't know what to do. Is this delusional? But
delusional.
Yeah,
definitely delusional. I don't know. Did you know he had 5 other videos? If you watch the other videos, you can see the way he was talking. You can tell that brother man was under a lot of stress, and that's one of the things I was pointing out yesterday. I kept saying is, as we sit up here and we talk all like this, but I feel bad because as we should have think about it. His friends and family members should have been looking out for him. He should have never got this bad. It should have never. We got to be there for each other.
Where was he a Q? Where was he a Q or something?
Cause I see him holding up a little
Yeah, yeah.
Q sign.
Well, he was in a fraternity. Yeah, he even said it in
Oh,
a video. I don't know. I
Oh, so
forgot the
he was
name,
an
but he said it in his
educated
video.
Negro.
Yeah,
yeah,
he was in a
yeah.
fraternity. He stayed. What's so bad? He stayed with his girlfriend, Joy Lane. Now her Facebook page was actually still up as of earlier today. And I sit there and laugh because I checked other people's name who was not Joy Lane, who had the same name, and I was just watching how that show how the internet is. Them fools were sitting up there going on, and he's like, "That's not the right Joy." It's like, and they getting hundreds of response.
Okay, so if he was part of a fraternity, so is that to say that us as a society shouldn't trust any black man of any level now? I mean, it used to be an issue where we shouldn't trust the thugs because the thugs want to shoot everybody and do this and that. So now it's like, okay, even the educated black man can't be like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't have any credibility or is subject to go off and do some fucked up shit. Is that what we trying to put into society's head now? Is
Well,
that the
that's what
message?
they're. I mean that
Ah,
message been
okay.
pumped. That message been pumped in a lot of these people's heads from the
Don't let
beginning.
educated black men say that. A lot of educated black men, they disassociate themselves from being like them niggas over there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like this. So that basically now is like black people are all inclusive. So the blacks that are bougie or well educated, this and the third, oh, you looped into the fuckery too at this point. Oh, okay. So you
But
capable of the stupid shit too. Okay. I see what you're saying.
ever since ever since they ever since they have ever since they put the so-called black man in a dress, that was the fall of our image. And the sad thing is these women, they like that. They have their friends are like that. They hang around these type of people. So, you know, they see the destruction of us and they just sit there and look at it. Matter of fact, I mean that's the sad. I'm gonna leave it right there.
But you can only, you can only accept what is allowed. So I mean, if people are allowing themselves to be done a certain way and they're not making a valid effort, you know what I'm saying, to like make that not be the case. Just like when there's an interview where what's his name, Dave Chappelle did a couple years ago and said that they wanted him to put on a dress and he said no. Now why is it that he can say no but other black men can't say no? What's the problem?
Well, you got to understand where most of these people come from. They come from these impoverished areas with their just only their
Yeah.
the mother take and their fathers.
Well,
Or,
these impoverished Negroes that I see, on an everyday around here, I doubt very seriously they'll let a nigga put them in a dress. Okay, they probably shoot you in your face first before that shit happens. You know, and they come from poverty, but it's all about money. You see what I'm saying? So it's gotten to the point now. People want a whole lot for having to really do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, if all I got to do is put on a dress, you see what I'm saying, and I get $1.6 million, fuck it. All right, shit. I put on a dress, a garter belt, high heels, a pump, and some more shit. And this is where where our society at, because don't nobody really wants to go to college because it's like they have to make money right now. So when you invest your time into going to college, that takes time. So in the meantime, you're not going to get that big money until you finish college. In the meantime, you got to put food on the table. You got to pay bills. So you're only making like $10 an hour, but you going to college that'll put you in a position to making maybe 20, 25. But that's like what, 4 years off? In the meantime, you got to make them bills.
yeah, my bad.
Then
Somebody
what?
had called me in. Somebody had called me, but
Because remember, black people don't have family units to where as though they can like depend on their family. Like, well, my family helped me out a little bit till I get. Nah, that shit don't work like that. You got to do for
but
yourself. I mean, we learn independency at a very young age.
yeah,
Where I seen it the other day when I took my grandson to the park. Here, these little kids looking at me all strange because my grandson 2 years old, and I wrapped a blanket around him because it got chilly, and I was rubbing him on his back, and he put his little head on my shoulder, and he went to sleep. These other little kids that was around his age, they looking at me like, the fuck? Why are you treating him like he's special? Mind you, Bakisha and them out there like, get your ass on over here. You know what I'm saying? And talking to the little children like that. And I felt so
Yeah,
bad because these little kids actually looked at me like, damn, I wish she was our mother.
yeah. But to finish my thought,
I'm sorry,
my
baby.
thought earlier. No, you good, you good.
Hmm.
Somebody had called me, but to finish my thought is, you gotta look at most of these entertainers and sports people that come out. They come out of homes that just only their mother is around. Who knows what they ran their father away? You don't know the situation with their father. They chasing a check. You don't know the situation, so I can't really speak for everybody. But
It's
when they
about
get in the
money.
position, to get, when they see that check in front of them, they ain't thinking about, moral, being moral and being, ethically correct. They ain't trying to think, when they get that money, they're going to try to get their mom out. They're going to see if they can find their father, and the rest of their family they're going to take care of. Now, if they got to put a dress on, they don't give a damn. Nobody teach them what was right, what was wrong, because, being around mom, all she did was gossip. She hung around with fruitcake. I don't know how, to be a man, or and then for a little lady, she don't know how to be a woman because you know, I don't
But
know.
that's
I can't
your
really.
newer, most recent generations of people. I mean, you got like mothers that
But
work to take care of their
that's
kids.
reality though. That's the
Yeah.
reality we're dealing with.
But I don't know where
We
the
can't.
breakdown occurred though.
That's the
Because it
reality we're
occurs
dealing with.
somewhere.
So there you
I
go.
mean, you got dudes
That's my
nowadays that
synopsis.
I've come across that's seriously trying to, really trying to dig in their mind to like associate a problem with their single mother. You know what I'm saying? All so they could fit in with other niggas that had problems with their mama. It's like, are you fucking serious? It's like two people that I know personally, I knew for a fact they mother worked their ass off, put niggas through school and all kinds of shit. Now these niggas talking about,
Yeah.
yeah, I ain't get to succeed like I wanted to. Bitch, you was spoiled. Shut the hell up.
Mhm.
All right,
You
but
know what I'm saying? You ain't get beaten. You know what I'm saying? It's like people trying to like create an issue to just have an excuse. It's a lot of guys that sell haters fucked up behind their parents or their mom specifically. You know what I'm saying? But then you
mhm.
got guys that's reaching at this point. It's like, well, my mother, she ain't let me go to parties when I was little. Nigga, really? I can see if you in your 20s or like in your early 30s and you got some mommy issues or whatever. But when you get like 40, 50, 60 years old, you need to shut the hell up for real. That's some bullshit.
Yeah.
That point.
But what I was gonna say, though, back on our issue here, I don't believe it had nothing to do with his mom and stuff. I mean, yeah, he was. I just believe that basically is the man. I mean, he was in a position where he counseled young kids, so all he dealt with was problems all the
Shit.
time. And think he probably realized, look at all these resources we put to help all these people with a problem, and he probably figured that nobody's out here helping me. And that's what basically he was one of the ones that had a problem, and he probably felt that no one was helping him, and that's why he did what he did. And
Boo-hoo,
I
women.
believe he just trumped up. Maybe at one moment, in the spur of the moment, he felt that he was going to kill other people. But I don't believe it's all. By the time this all is over, it's going to be just the one person he killed, the guy that we know of. Everything else was all a hoax. They're probably going to find the guy in his car because they haven't found him. Nobody's seen him. With so many
They
people
gonna
looking
say they
for him,
found the
and
nigga in the car. They probably dump him off in the
no,
middle of the ocean too, like they did Osama
no,
bin Laden. Yeah, okay.
no. I'm just saying this. They're gonna find the dude. I'm gonna tell you like this. You heard it here first. I said it last night. The dude is probably already dead. He was probably dead since last night. He probably done shot himself in the head in a car
Yep.
somewhere. That's what it is. He's not alive. He's dead right now. That's the reason why they have not found him. And they talking about, well, why you can't find him because of his cell phone? Well, think about it. If I'm some motherfucker running from the police, you think the first thing everybody knows to get rid of your damn cell phone.
I think they
I
shut
mean,
down his
come on
Facebook,
now.
right? They shut his Facebook down, right?
Right, but I'm just saying this, right? But if they're looking for you, I've seen them track people with a cell phone here in my city just for stealing a damn car. So if they're looking for you and you got a cell phone, the first thing you do is get rid of the damn cell phone. So people talk about, well, why didn't he found this dude yet? What the hell are you talking about? You know he does not. You turn that cell phone off. That cell phone is not on. Or you turn the cell phone. He done turned it off. He took the battery out.
Or just put it on a magnet, high power magnet. But
You say John. You say, why do you say false flag? I wouldn't say false flag. He definitely did kill that old man. I mean, they've already interviewed too many people. They've even like they said, you can go over there and see the moral and all like that. They had already. That's what one of the things. This is what's so bad
Who
about
can
the
do all that
news
for good
coming
measure?
out.
I mean, come on.
No, but listen, this is so bad about the news coming out how it does. There was already reports of a shooting before the video was uploaded. That's what's so bad about the situation, that when you sit here and watch people who comment on a situation that happened right here in your hometown, just miles from you, and you sit up here and say, what are you talking about? They had already dispatched police to the scene before the video was even uploaded.
Well,
A woman called the police immediately when the shit happened. Immediately.
He didn't upload it at the same time.
The video wasn't uploaded till hours later.
Okay, but he uploaded it hours later. I mean, keep in mind, it's his video. He the one created it. So it's gonna take a while for him to like be still for a minute and upload the shit.
Right, but I'm just saying, no, people were saying that it was on Facebook Live and all that. It was not on Facebook Live. All that. It was it was uploaded later on.
Maybe got shared to Facebook or something.
Oh, they would have
shared on Facebook.
If it was Facebook Live, yeah, they would have picked them up quick.
Yeah, right. They would have been. If it would have been, they would have been had them all ready. Now I've heard some people say that it's another guy I watch on YouTube. I ain't gonna go ahead and say his name because we don't do the names here. But he said it don't sound like he was really talking to somebody. Like in the videos of him talking on the cell phone, it doesn't sound like he was talking to somebody. Now I could say, yeah, I could kind of see that too. But he could have been talking to a fast person that talked real fast, like Carlotta. You know how she crammed 10 words in 3 seconds.
But most people like this just want attention. They like the publicity. They like, people talking about it. I don't really care about this dude. I don't really want to. At this point, I don't really want to hear about it.
I don't want people to do that shit for real. You know what I'm saying? I mean, well, okay, I'm sorry. Well, I'll leave it at copycat then. Shit as though everybody think this shit's so real. I ain't feeling it, but it's all right, it's whatever, I mean,
you got cut off.
Okay, and what?
I think that was critical went down. Okay.
I mean, it's becoming boring. You know what I'm saying? And it's truly annoying because it's like I say, it's basically, dependent upon the intelligence of people or the lack of. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's becoming annoying to a person like me at this point. It's like, can y'all make up some more other shit now? At this point, this shit is becoming redundant and fucking dumb for real. Do something else. Let me see a cat with a gun that shot a dog or some shit. Mix this shit up or something. It's it's like,
the main thing that I think that we all gonna get from this, and this is what cable. I mean, if you really want to say the big people who really control it, everything, like I said, the cable providers are gonna love this because one, they're trying to put us, they're trying to put a chokehold on like the live shows, the independent news people, stuff like that. If you can get them to where they can stop, publicizing, they already did the thing last month to where I hear where they're making it to where your videos can't be monetized. Now I just got a thing from YouTube now saying the video we did last night can't be monetized.
But see, that tripped me out because
I sit there and laugh because I didn't show no footage of none of that. Because one, I figure the only reason why I didn't show video footage of him shooting the guy out of respect for the family. I figure it is you can go too many other places and see that. You're not gonna see it here. You know, I figure we'll
See,
talk about what
when it
happened
comes,
and all like that. But literally, what they want to control, they realize that technically the younger generation, the younger people, say like under 40, those we part of the information age where we get a lot of our news anyway from the internet and from hearsay and more social media. We don't watch CNN and all that stuff unless it's like big stuff going on, like the president's election or something like that. We don't watch CNN
yeah,
like the older people do. And the cable companies know that because they see that most people are cutting the cord and they're not getting cable anymore. They've even showed that studies that say that damn near more homes have internet, they have the cable just to go along because they got it with a package because they really wanted the internet first and cable second.
I think they target like your black YouTubers to a degree. I'm gonna tell you, my opinion. I think it's because black people come straight out and tell you this is what's going on. Excuse my language. This is fucked up. Blah 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 blah. Now, when it comes down to other ethnic groups, they dance around shit. You understand what I'm saying? They be slick dissing and being racist like a motherfucker on the low, but because they can articulate well, a lot of people don't catch it. You feel me? So therefore, it's like they get a pass. It's not like hate speech when they say shit because they have an expanding vocabulary and they know how to say things and word things in a way where it doesn't sound like what you think. You see what I'm saying? But in reality, if you're a person of a higher intelligence, you be like, did he just so-called call somebody a nigga? You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Well,
that's what I think gets a lot of your black sector in trouble because they don't, because of a lack of articulation and being very blunt and direct. And that's what comes across as sounding like hate speech and all of those stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, who's going to be the speech cop when it comes down to everybody, when it comes down, as far as hate or racial speech or something like that. I
Yeah.
mean, you gotta filter everybody else's shit then.
is that Anthony from
They be
Chicago?
saying slick shit out their mouth too.
Well, it's also hard. It's hard for them to censor people too when you have so many different avenues of getting information.
Yep.
Like of gate what's fake and what's not.
Right.
Because somebody might be actually there. You communicate with somebody that's actually on that's there.
I
You
really feel
text it,
bad, you guys. I don't.
share it. Sharing time is that thing quick. You see something, you share it to your friend, and that thing spread all over the place. So it's
I mean,
hard
you
for
got
them.
people
It's
been
hard for
around
them to
forever.
Yeah, it's hard for them to censor. And nobody watching the news anymore because everybody know the news is fake.
Yeah.
If you
Definitely.
don't know by now that the news is fake, it's just entertainment, then you stuck.
That's right.
You're stuck. If you don't know by now, CNN, all
It's
these
just
news
wrong. I
channels,
just don't think
if
people
you don't
should be
know by
fucking.
now
I just
that
think
it's
it's
fake,
wrong.
maybe you can get some out of it. I ain't gonna say all of it is, but if you listen to it over and over again, you're gonna see how many times the story changes. You go to the next channel, they're not gonna be consistent with that story either.
Hmm.
And then you go to another channel, they're gonna be They're gonna be even different from the channel. So it's a bunch of baloney. Everybody knows is that's what they use for propaganda. To distract the people so they can do their dirt all over in other people countries.
Well, I mean, like critical. For example, I mean, not for example, but I'm a woman myself. I don't find it offensive when they talk about, black women this and black women that. I mean, it's all about confidence. That's just like black men. Black men shouldn't even be bothered or put off by a woman saying, "Oh, black men ain't this and the third." I've never talked shit like that, but it's about confidence. I'm thinking if you raise your standards, if you make your standards high, people have no choice but to meet them if they plan on having anything to do with you. So if you are a man and you got to feel that you are worthy and more and better and deserve better than somebody that got fake hair or whatever the case may be. You get what I'm saying? And it's
Yeah,
like you don't have to accept that because if women are designed to basically kind of follow the men, or at least so If you want a woman's respect or want a respectable type woman, you can change them by not accepting the bullshit. But the thing is, your esteem got to get up and your daggone confidence levels got to get up. You know what I mean? And I mean, that doesn't just go for the black man, it goes for black female too. You know what I mean? But the thing
But
is, she only going to do what a man accepts. So if a man accepts her, looking all crazy and wearing all kinds of crazy shit and this, that, and the third, then she gonna keep doing it. The sisters
yeah,
are past or nothing like that. But you got to find out your worth. You know what I mean? Your value as a man. It's like, look, I ain't gotta deal with this shit. I'm better than this. I'm educated, or at least I have a job. I take care of my kids. This and the third. Why the fuck should I be out here pursuing nappy-headed ass girls with raggedy clothes on and all that old bullshit? That ain't the end of the day. That's not what a brother should be left with to pick through at the end of the day. I don't give a damn where you live at. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But know your worth, know your value as a man, and you won't have to deal with that bullshit. Because let me tell you something. Like I told my children, the world is your oyster. Pick a pearl. You can be with any damn body you want to be with. Just make sure that you know what I'm saying, always believes in yourself. Don't let nobody be somebody to determine if you gonna eat today, if you gonna be somebody today. Fuck that. Stop, y'all. People need to stop doing all that outward shit and do some inward shit. But as young children, we always get accused of being selfish. Like, you got to look out for other people now. It can't always be about you, because that's considered selfish. And next thing you know, we do more putting out of ourselves than we do taking in. Because we so scared of feeling like we don't want to go to hell because of being selfish. You know what I'm saying? So that's a bad thing that a lot of black folks teach their children at a young age and shit. Because a lot of people can't get away from that. But I just see a lot of brothers getting taken for fucking rods, man. I mean, these girls that learn the ways of nice girls now. That's the fucked up part. In other words, you got these girls now, they talk soft, be all nice to you and shit, and run game on you like a motherfucker. 'Cause guess what? They know you come from a home where your mama hollering at you and shit and being mean to you and all that old shit. So they do the opposite. And that's how the fuck they play you, because they know that you ain't used to that shit. So you
Well,
can't, y'all got it bad, and
give
then
a
make it so
war.
bad, you got more dudes out here that's looking like females than you do got actual females. There's so many women nowadays that look like men. It's crazy. I was like, God damn, the world is becoming confusing. Spirit of
No,
Well,
okay, wait
confusion
a
over
minute.
yourself.
King, that's just how she talk. I mean, that's our friend, that's Carlotta right there. It always
Oh,
sounds
he
like
be
she got
saying
an
stuff about,
attitude, but no, that's just how she talks. That's her tone of
no,
voice.
I'm just passionate. I
Right.
love
She
and care
put a
about
lot of passion
everybody.
in her words.
I
That's
love and care about everybody. And I don't like men getting kicked in their
no, you
ass and
don't.
treated like a little piece of shit or whatever.
yeah. Well,
And why,
I
and why,
mean,
since you, and why you guys sitting up here? We talk about loving and care. Since you guys love and care about the show here, please go ahead and click that like button down there. We need to get more likes up in here. Go ahead.
Because all
well,
the things that empowered me as a female, I learned from males. And they were credible males. They wasn't niggas standing around drinking and shit on some old, I used to back in the day. I used to had it. They wasn't like that. They still was in power. They were credible males. And I feel like if it happened before, it can happen again. You know what I'm saying? We got to empower these brothers, because if you are motivated on water, like you only got water in your gas tank, you ain't no fucking gas. After a while, your engine gonna get messed up some kind of way, probably. You know what I'm saying? Some fake shit like, oh, I'm gonna break my neck, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that. Basically, you're just doing that shit to impress other people or get the attention from other people. You have to be aware and appreciate your accomplishments yourself, your achievement. You need to start acknowledging these things as it being a man, and stop trying to make other people acknowledge that shit. Acknowledge it for yourself, and people will follow. They will have no choice. Because if you know nonsense, you don't take no bullshit, guess what? They ain't gonna come at you with no bullshit. Because they already can sense that you don't take it. Y'all men need to get back up on y'all status to where as though y'all appearance and y'all presence alone commanded respect. Just your presence alone, you ain't had to open your damn mouth. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, if it existed before, it can get back there again. Because you did have, it was a period or era of time in the United States of America where black women did follow their black man and had dinner on the table and cook for them and stuff like that. But you can't demand a woman to do that shit if you ain't bringing shit to that goddamn table. Real is real. Because you got a lot of brothers like, why you don't fix me them needs? Motherfucker, why you up?
We got our friend in the building. Light, we can see your comments here. Look who said it.
And the majority of the guys that I know was raised by single parent mothers. Their mothers worked. So if you didn't have a male role model, but at least you saw where mommy worked, mommy paying bills, mommy making sure a house over out here, okay, take your fucking cues from that. So to be an adult and have some type of responsibility, that means you have to be a provider. I don't think you really have to be a man or whatever to be an example for that for a boy child. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you have to establish a home and take care of your children some kind of way, whether you like them little motherfuckers or not. You still have to provide for them and have shelter. That's like the basics right there. And it shouldn't have nothing to do with, your mama being mean. Your mama could beat the shit out you every fucking day, but at least she had a house to beat the shit out you in.
Okay, that's true.
Ain't no man out here no weakling. Ain't none of y'all brothers weak. Y'all just have to get back to knowing yourselves and what is special. You know what I'm saying? And appreciate yourself first before you can expect other people to do so. You get what I'm saying? Everybody and they got in their mind, they got to make 6 figures and all this shit. Let me tell you something. I got respect for a motherfucker working at the corner store.
But here's the question. You said
and only make $6 an hour.
I'm gonna tell you this though, and here we go like this. What people said is, like, brother man, is this. You say it's a lot of stereotypes and a lot of pressures put on men because, and they always base it on what you have. That's why if you ever notice that, even most of the time even with men, when we get into arguments, the first thing, even men do that to each other, is either they pocket watching another dude or talking about what you got and what a motherfucker don't have.
Right.
I mean, that's one of the things, that we still do that, and that's one thing we're bad of in the black community. We put these unrealistic pressures on men, and I mean, not all of us are gonna be able to actually, overcome that. And I mean, dude just snapped. That's really what it is. He was probably up under a lot of pressure. Like I said, I don't know if you guys have seen. They've already talked to his girlfriend, like the woman Joy Lane. They've already talked to her. And I don't know if they've showed that on national news, but we already seen it here in Cleveland.
The pressure is when you do shit to appease others. In other words, that boy probably went to college and all that old shit. You know what I'm saying? Just to get the attention of their parents, like his parents. Like, in other words, he did a whole lot of shit that somebody else wanted him to do. You know what I'm saying? Instead of doing what it is that he wanted to do. In other words, it sounded like he wanted to be a garbage man or something. But his family like, oh, nah, you're not going to be acceptable as a black man doing some shit like that. You need to go to college. You see what I mean? So he's like, all right, well, let me go to college. Let me do what the fuck everybody else want me to do. And guess what? I know the most miserable ass people that live like that. Living their life based on the expectation of other motherfuckers. And that's a miserable ass way to be. And then try to play the shit off. There's so many people that's in relationships right now that are so miserable, but then try to play it off. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want nobody to think that they don't have control of their situation. They not the master of their, destiny and shit. And they'll tell you everything fine. Yeah, we doing all right. Yeah, Male and female are like that.
Is that one of the things? Message.
Right.
I know what you mean.
That's what I'm saying. And I mean, to me, that's real. That's the real stuff that's going on out here. Like that's the stuff that need to be discussed. There needs to be, I don't know if you're going to do it or maybe these fellas out here get together and build a forum to get guys to start believing in themselves. Fuck what these females think and say. Fuck that. Because at the end of the day, it's all about you. A female come and go. A female will come and go. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing is if you good with yourself, then all that shit ain't gonna matter. You understand what I'm saying? Me, myself, I may be a female. I'm not right for the one to be saying this, but I just think that we have to build the esteem and the confidence back into the black man. And I think we can go from there. I think this shit will change.
King just said he just didn't have no support. And that's totally what I believe too. He didn't have, he was always a shoulder to cry on for other people, and he probably was
Mhm.
one of those people that just got overlooked. So that the fact is, when he was really hurt, nobody helped him. And I'm not trying to like by me sympathizing with how the guy feels. I'm
Yeah,
not giving an excuse for his actions, but that's what I believe happened. It was, he was a mentor to young kids. Like, just give an example. I don't know if you guys know if it made national news, but his job, they even closed their locations here in
Mhm.
Cleveland because they were scared of him either coming there or people just coming, or they said that they were scared of the safety of their employees and all like that. But it had nothing to do with the safety of their employees from him. It was the safety of their employees from the media, like these, because there were fools riding around looking for them, and
Yeah.
they had already disarmed a couple people because they were like, "Oh, people out there saying we're gonna go out here and get this fool, this, that, and
that's
the
what they
other."
need to.
I
That's
mean,
exactly needs. That's exactly what needs to happen.
oh,
You should not always expect this system or whatever you call them to do your job to to, to protect you. We should
okay.
protect ourselves.
Right.
Well, we
So
And
should.
we have the power
situation,
to do that.
you do got the power to do that. It's just some
Mhm.
people just need to close their mouth and let it happen.
Right.
Mhm.
Let it
Well,
happen the way it's supposed to happen, and close your mouth like nothing didn't happen.
Can I ask you guys a question? If y'all ever noticed something, don't you know
mm,
the guys, right? They grew up in a household where they were basically spoon fed. They were like, didn't have to worry about, this and this and this and that. They kind of grew up kind of sheltered and taken care of or whatever. Have you noticed that as adults, they seem to not be able to handle the most complex of sometimes complex of things, but the people that grew up hard or grew up like in homes where it's all fucked up, have you noticed that those men seem to know how to deal with society and the negativities of society a lot better than the guys that their mama was nice to them and pet them up and all that old shit? Have you noticed the difference with that? Because
Yeah,
I have.
yeah, because it comes with you gotta come. It comes with discipline. It comes with responsibility. It comes with a whole lot of things that will force you to become a man. Now, for
Right.
somebody that has always been handed to, they're not going to understand what a responsibility. They ain't going to understand
Right.
owning up to your
They
fault.
don't. Mhm.
They
They
ain't going
don't
to
know how to
understand that.
deal with. They ain't gonna know how to deal with certain situations. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Whereas though this person, that grew up kind of hard, he know what move to make. Plan B, Plan C, Plan D. But
Yeah.
the fella that grew up in a well together home, he like mama, daddy, and that's why a lot of them get on drugs and all kinds of shit. But let me say this:
Yeah, they need
sometimes I
something
think
else.
we come into this world for a reason. And I think those guys that grew up under the most hardest of conditions are really the most powerful of males. You see? And the thing is, that's something to me that is not acknowledged. They ain't even looked at like that. And they not, that's what I'm talking about. People not giving themselves credit and looking at the fact of what they have come through and what they have gone through and being successfully. You're still here, ain't you? Now, you might have had the worst mama, the worst daddy, the worst this, the worst that, but you still here. So that means you have overcome some shit, didn't even realize it, huh? Didn't even pay attention to it. Motherfuckers that have been coddled and pacified, guess what? They couldn't even begin to walk in y'all shoes. You understand what I'm saying? So sometimes, like I say, it's meant for you to come into this world a certain way and deal with certain situations because of the fact that spiritually y'all the most powerful. And y'all need to like look at it from that standpoint. Look at where you've been, where you are, and with the opportunities you have to go forward. You need to start appreciating and believing in yourself. That's what I'm talking about, that esteem and that confidence. Y'all ain't no goddamn failures. Y'all could have grew up getting beat and shit and all this old other shit. If your ass ain't in jail and you ain't all doing all kinds of bad shit and that means you're doing well. That means you're a powerful brother. Keep it moving. Believe in yourself. Cause
Yeah, I'll say that.
y'all done come through some fire. Y'all done come through some fire. And I think that needs to be recognized. Y'all had a hard life for a reason. And that reason is because y'all some powerful dudes. Y'all leaders and other motherfuckers, y'all need to pull other people up and get these little boys out here out of these damn pink socks. You know what I'm saying? And these little stockings and shit.
What's
You know what
wrong?
I'm saying?
What? They can't wear pink socks no more?
Hell no, fuck what the black woman do. Y'all need to empower these little brothers out here that's thinking, oh, I need to act like a woman because it seems like the woman is the most powerful motherfucker in the house. So I'm gonna start acting like this bitch. You feel me? Nah.
Nah, she's not that powerful. She's dependent.
That's what I'm saying. But you got these little fellas out here emulating themselves off of, females.
Well, they just all they doing is imitating.
You better
their
add it to KRS Fund. I added you KRS Fund, so you can come on in anytime.
You got to realize all these women with not to talk bad about them because I mean my mother was single. I mean I grew up in a single family home too.
Mm-hmm.
But she never talked bad about my father. So that's one thing I do appreciate.
Yeah.
She never talked bad about my father.
Never talked bad about my dad.
Mine either.
But now, what the point I'm trying to make is, all they do is imitating who providing for them, which is we know that the European is providing for most of these women. So how does the European act? How does he act? He acts devilish. He acts conniving. He acts pimpish. He does all the negative stuff you can ever think of, but he hides it real good.
About money. It's about money.
He does it really good. So that's what the woman imitates. She imitates the person that provides for her. And then now you have the child. Now the child is imitating the mother. So the first teacher is the mother. Now who's nurturing the mother? The father.
Right.
Who's the father? The European, the state, the government.
I mean, historically, the black man has always been like removed from any type of household or shit.
But yeah, that's true. But I'm saying since he's been absent,
slavery or unemployment,
since the brother man been absent, who is who is the surrogate parent?
Yeah, there's been constant. Yeah, the mother.
Let's just be real. This is reality.
Right. Yeah,
this is what we dealing with.
You got a good point there.
This is what we dealing with. This is what we dealing with in majority of these homes in these urban ghettos.
But like I say, something other than, you know what I'm saying, something as far as the economy caused some type of detriment to that situation, because like the reason why I say that, I'm not taking up for shit, but you had single mothers 50 years ago that turned out fucking college graduates. But now you got single mothers that's turning out criminals. So somewhere in between
homosexuals.
That time,
and don't forget homosexuals.
Right, but somewhere in between that time, something changed. Now I'm gonna say this: in Baltimore is like an industrial town, right? Now in your late 70s, like probably early 80s, a lot of these companies folded, where a lot of these black men had worked and raised their family on that particular income. And guess what? At a time when they first got that job, right? Education on a, did you graduate from high school and shit like that? It wasn't necessary. They just got the job. So when those jobs folded, here come other industries that was like, okay, well, do you have a college degree? Do you have a high school diploma? In the meantime, it's food that need to be on that table. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Next thing you know, guess what else they put in guess what else they distracted us from? They put drugs out there. So guess what? Brother feeling bad, right? Because he can't, he losing the respect of his family, losing the respect of his woman. Next thing you know, he start get high or start drinking and shit. In the meantime, food got to get put on the table, right? Yeah, and the shelter got to be held over the top of them children and that woman's head. So guess what she gonna do? She gonna go get social service. She gonna go get welfare. She gonna go get food stamps, this and the third, right? Because then she feel as though it's her duty to hold the family together while this man trying to get himself together. You understand what I'm saying? And this is where a lot of shit then fell the fuck down. Because it's not so much as, oh, the woman started over. No, that shit, it happened for a reason. Because I grew up in a period where women listened to their men. You understand what I'm saying? But something happened. Them men became unemployed.
You know what?
Next thing you know,
they lost their power too. They lost their power when the fact is.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. It was.
Hey,
what's that? Hey,
KRS Fun. That's not the answer. That's KRS Fun, man. His name right.
it's called feminists. When they start joining that movement, that's where everything start going downhill. It's when black women started joining white women with their movement, that's when shit went to shit. So
Yeah, I agree with that. I can agree with that.
let's
Yeah,
be
because
yeah,
Well, Gloria Steinem was associated with the CIA and shit. You know what I'm saying? There was like a little covert operation to fuck up the black community anyway. So
Right.
yeah,
it's something to do with a girl by her she was an author that I think was associated with Gloria Steinem. Her last name was Love. She was a black girl and supposed to have put out this book. But in reality, she wasn't the one that wrote the book, but she was the face for the book. You understand what I'm saying? So that's where they got a lot of black women to start considering, oh, really? Oh, okay, wow. If this sister saying this shit, then okay. Oh,
but
okay, she's speaking for us. But in reality, it was not a sister that was saying that shit. She was
yeah,
like, you know
the
how you
chick was
put
racist.
somebody out front? You know what
The
I'm
chick was
saying?
racist. The chick was racist. The chick was racist.
Yeah, Gloria
So
Steinem, yeah.
she didn't give a damn about black people. Period.
right.
No,
And then, but
Exactly.
the fact,
because it was the ultimate goal was to take down the black man. See,
but
y'all was the target.
this is what a lot of
They started
women.
that shit out.
But this is what a lot of women are forgetting, especially sisters. They were able to vote before the white woman was able to vote. They don't. If you look into the Marcus Garvey movement, his members were able to vote. We was able to vote in the 20s, but way before the European woman was able to vote. She got jealous, and that's when she came up with this. European women got it right because they the ones got beat up by their husbands. They the ones with pimps. They still get pimped to this day by their husbands. So why I don't understand why would a sister join a movement? We both in the same boat. What rights are you fighting for? We both don't got no rights. You don't make any sense. You sound like a dummy.
But maybe that's more that divide and conquer thing too, though.
So they gotta know what they have to do. They're just gonna have to open some books and read and stop letting people dictate the way you move.
Agreed.
Yeah, because
us black people, we don't like to read. We don't like to do no research.
Yeah,
we want
everything. If you look, go ahead, my bad.
No, I'm just saying we want everything handed to us. We don't like to do no research. That's one bad thing about that. As black people, we do not want to do no research.
Yeah, it's crazy. Because if the woman just looks, if she just turns around and looks, matter of fact, I'm gonna say, if the man and the woman, if both of us just look and turn around and see see the destruction our communities look at just if the woman and the man, if the man and the woman just turn around and look at the communities that we grew up in and how destructive they are. And stop chasing after these European movements. They don't got nothing to do with us. They don't got nothing to do with us. We was able to vote in the 20s. You don't believe me? Look it up, especially in Chicago. Especially in Chicago, we was definitely voting in Chicago in the 20s.
I agree.
Marcus Garvey had the right, had rights. Women had rights. Black women and brothers, we were voting already, way before the European woman. We had our rights like that. She got jealous.
What makes me mad, they trying to make all this shit out here racial, and it's not. It's all about money. It is not about race. It ain't about white them, black them. It's about money. It's about green. Fuck black, fuck white. It's about green.
And control. It's a lot about control.
So who's spending the money? Who's spending the money? Is it black males or is it black women?
Shit, welfare is used as an excuse for them to damn tax gouge the shit out you because they'll blame it on the fact that your taxes going to welfare. No, the fuck it ain't. It's going in their goddamn pocket. Right. They use that goddamn welfare shit as an excuse. That's why they keep it around.
But honestly, we shouldn't even have an excuse if we are spending like the ninth richest country in the world. We should have no excuse.
Nope.
We should have no excuse because we are like if by the amount of money we spend, we will be considered the ninth richest country in the world.
But
Yep.
see,
The way we spend money.
let me
We're
refine
going backwards as a society. We are going way backwards.
because we don't spend it with each other. That's what I meant to say.
Exactly. There you go.
That-
There you go.
Mhm.
Spend it, we give it to everybody else but ourselves.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when your government is a corporation, I mean, what can you say? I mean, personally, that's why I think it's all right for Trump to run the government because he's a businessman. And our damn government is a corporation. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
They fit together.
Then that's the point. Everybody's getting it. Everybody's seeing it as a corporation, and they are operating as a corporation. But except us, we're not operating as a corporation.
Thank you.
We are
Operating slaves.
exactly. We are the workers.
Yeah.
We operating as the workers. Everybody else is operating as a corporation. We are the only ones want to operate as the labor. We talking about the Mexicans, but the Mexicans go to their own country. We talking about the Jews. At one
Oh,
time,
I
the
seen
Jews
what they did.
at one time the Jews lived in the ghettos. They were in the ghettos. The Italians were in the ghettos. The Irish people were in the ghettos. All these people were in the ghettos. But look at them now. 50 years later, look at them now.
But even
We
then,
are still in the ghettos. We are still in the ghettos.
but
Why are
even,
we still in the ghettos?
but even when they was
Yeah.
considering it a ghetto back then, they still was their community. They have their own. They had their own businesses in them.
We had that too. We had that too.
But
Did we
don't-
not have that?
We got away from that. Yeah, we did. We got away from that.
Yeah.
We got away from.
Yeah.
We got away from being together. We don't. Like I said, that's true.
Yeah, yeah.
We don't spend our
yeah.
money with each other. One bad thing is anytime a black person do something, first thing we do, we always hate on another black person. I mean, think about it. Look at it. Look at it. You can just take it down. Look at the YouTube shit. Oh well, if you watch this motherfucker, don't watch me. Or if you're cool with that motherfucker, you can't be my friend. I mean, when you really look at it, is if black people were smart, first thing is we'd all come together, especially on these media platforms where as you see, they're trying to take all the money and demonetize all the videos so you don't get paid off of it. Thank God I don't do this shit for a living only. Because I feel sorry for some of the people that this is their bread and butter. This is all they do. I mean,
let me say this. This is why I created the Why You Mad I TV, because I needed to kind of really break down like why most of us we should be mad as black men. Do people know actually we're at the bottom, like the bottom? And I mean, you should be mad. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, and it's not that hard, but you just got to realize you're at the bottom, but there's a way. If we come together, we could make this shit happen. It's that simple.
Yep. And it goes back to that statement. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying, King, I was just reading. I try to keep the people in the chat involved. King said, he said, how we supposed to operate? Ain't nobody teaching us this stuff. Well, one of the problems is we need to stop coming down on each other. If you want to, a good way to say is, if you want to see with different clicks, you see it on the difference of the shows, and say if you watch, this guy over here, you watch Tyreek, don't watch this motherfucker. You see this motherfucker, don't watch that motherfucker.
Can I add to that? I think you gotta look at it this way, or stop. Don't look at it as being emotional. I think that's the problem now, especially with a lot of black males these days. They're emotional. Look at it being logical. If the shit doesn't add up, then don't fuck with it. It's just that simple.
I'm gonna say
hold on, let me finish right quick. You got to start looking at your counterparts, the women, the mothers and the sisters that you grew up with. You're different. You're a man. You're supposed to build. I know this for a fact, as with most men, like if you're not building, it's something wrong. It is. I know mentally it's something bothering you. But you got to understand that it's okay to do it. It's you got to take whatever tool you can from whatever you see and just go with it. Just start. It wouldn't hurt. Start listening to what these other motherfuckers saying, especially with these women in your ear. Nah, get your ass out there, get the building.
Well, here you go, Anthony. On that note, when you say we supposed to build and all like this, but here's one of the problems too with black men. You've been shitting on as being a black man all this time. Sometimes black men just really, one of our problems is this too, is deep down underlying issue with all of us. We all just want to belong. I mean, because really, it's the society has raised, and the stereotypes and all this, and the way the world is set up, it's basically you have nothing. You are just, and people want to be a part of something.
I agree.
And that's one problem with the black man, especially. We don't work together for shit. We gonna sit here. The only time you want to see some good shit, they work together fighting each other all damn day. I've seen people do that. They can do that shit for years. But when it comes down to anything else, you're always worried about what the next person got, or it's like I said, if you see why all the Chinese people own all the hair stores. I mean, when you really think about it, you think that would be a black
government,
right?
Tax
I
break.
agree. Yes.
You think that what I mean? That would be oh well, we're gonna be in a black community. There's no way, like anybody can come in a black community and open up a business and thrive.
Because it's not that easy for black people to get loans and shit.
No, but listen, the hardest person to come into a black community and thrive is another black person. You let another black, because basically we look down on each other so bad. Oh hell no, I ain't giving them a benefit of the doubt. Or
I agree 100% right there.
Do you remember when black people did thrive? Remember back then they had their own banks too. So it wasn't that complicated to get a fucking loan. You know what I'm saying?
But not even the fact of that is we don't even want to buy, even if it's a dude selling CDs out his trunk. We don't even want to buy nothing for them.
But I try.
It could be a small, super small business.
I try not to talk about back then because look at it. It was more of a patriarch. It's not that anymore. It's gone. So I mean, I'm not gonna say okay, hey, because now with women having titles, meaning good jobs and stuff like that, that's fine. I'm all for that. But we need to start getting back, letting the man lead, the righteous man.
Right, definitely.
But you remember the leaders, the black men that were like, your everyday black men. I'm not talking about like, corporate America or something like that. I'm saying those black men noticed they had confidence and esteem. You understand what I'm saying? They were the alpha males. You know what I'm saying?
I know that, but
a lot of women, they will try to allow or help a man to lead, but you can't lead anything sitting on the couch.
But let me say this though, hold on, Carlotta. With these boys now, these women are beating this out of these boys. There's no fathers in these homes for them. First off, to look,
they got beaten when I was little. What that mean?
Follow themselves to see what a man's supposed to be, and then you also got these abusive women, single mothers. And I'm not trying to throw no shots.
No. You're calling it like it is.
But I'm being real because we have seen this that they just beating that shit out of them. And I'm not saying like physically, but mentally.
Like not giving them no hope.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I'm gonna add this too. Somebody said you gotta be selfish with it. Now, that's true, but what if we were just one unit and being selfish with it? Rather than be individually being selfish with it.
I agree.
Because here's an example. Now, we know how the Jews spend money. A dollar does not leave that community without going through that community first.
Right. Correct.
So that's selfish. They're being selfish within a nation. They're being selfish inside of their community. They're being selfish, not individually, but as a collectively. And that's effective.
It is. But I think with us now, like with us as I'm not gonna say us. I'm gonna say with the kids now, they need to see that visually.
Yeah. They go to the Jewish community and see that.
Because you can't tell them they're not going to listen. They need to see it.
Yeah.
And I think this is a start. You got to start somewhere. Got to be a revolution somewhere, So, I mean, if we just keep at it, I think that'd be the problem sometimes. Like what Dre was saying, like so many people are so quick to, if you're trying to help, put you down and, actually try to destroy you when you're trying to do good. But now you got to just start putting them on the side because eventually they'll destroy themselves. You got to start making the pathway for them to say, hey, don't worry about them. Let them hate and whatever stuff they're doing, but we could do this. We could come together. It could happen.
Yep.
That happened before. It could happen again.
And then one thing you just got to keep in mind: some people are going to be left.
Yeah, and that's okay.
You can't say I'm
okay.
not planning on working with everybody.
Exactly.
I'm not planning on working with everybody.
You know how they say you can't save it. It's not about saving everybody. It's just we're trying to save the next generation. Because I mean, if it's going this way, I mean, let's be real. We want to be extinct. There ain't gonna be no more black people. Stop it. Or it ain't gonna be no wealth. You can't keep getting rappers and you think that with this basketball stuff and sports, even when most of us still don't even own no teams, but we don't want to making the most, bringing these owners the most money, and I could keep going so on and so on. We need to start thinking rationally, like, hey, we got to do it for us before we do it for them, because they're not doing it for us.
Yeah, definitely. So, that's, and then, you go on TV, you see the images they're projecting, making the black, the so-called black male seem weak.
And they go keep doing that. It's a reason why. You know why. It's a reason why.
Yeah, I know why.
But it's simple. You could turn it around. It's just easy. Like with YouTube, like now, we having this discussion. Here we go. People come in and see it now. Hey, I like what they're talking about. They seem like some rational people that really want to do good for their own people. They're not fighting against each other or downing each other. They actually trying to come up with real life solutions to make this turn this shit around. Yeah. Hey, I say we gotta take it a day at a time, but that's why I started the other channel. I'm really go push it. I don't give a fuck if I probably get 1, 2 subscribers or 1, 2 views. It's just, hey, that's what I want to push, because I know I have boys, and I fear for my boys.
Oh yeah. I fear for my kids all the time. I fear for especially the young men in the generation.
Exactly.
Because the problem is, I'm not gonna sit up here and say, "Oh, I'm against women" or nothing like that. But I fear for the men because unfortunately, society does not give them any support.
And you see that,
and that's the reason why this whole incident happened. And everyone's sitting up here talking about the guy's a monster and this, that, and the other. But evidently, the guy was hurting way before then, and his friends and family members should have saw the signs.
Right. What you said, that was so true, but a lot of people don't understand. A lot of these cats in Chicago that's killing, they're like him. They're just like him.
Right.
No,
they're just hurting.
It's no difference. That's what I mean. That they don't listen to them. These women out there treating them boys like shit. Mama's treating them like shit. They get fed up.
And they let them go. I remember one time my mom was, I guess we were kind of misbehaving so much. My mom took us to the police station because she was like, "I'm done with this." But she eventually, she came to her senses, and she took us back to the car, took us back home. But I definitely can understand what a lot of these women are dealing with, especially dealing with young men. Stop, only thing I can say is, like, my dad was willing to, I only can speak for myself. So I don't know, maybe this may be happening to quite a few other guys, families. But my dad was willing to raise me.
Right.
My dad was willing to raise me. My dad told my mother, send the boy down here and I will raise him. She didn't want to do that.
Wow. Right. But a lot of times too, the women
they didn't want to do that.
They get used to that control, and a lot of times, sometimes the women, sometimes you got to realize, especially with these boys and their fathers, sometimes you got to let the boy go with his father, and because there's certain things that he can teach him and show him that you'll never teach him, and certain things he can relate to, and feelings that he'll have that women you will never have.
What was that movie? What was that movie that happened in? when that boy was being bad in school, and she sent the boy to his father.
Well, you got a couple. I know you got Boys in the Hood. I don't know if he was being
Yeah,
bad.
I think that was it.
Boys in the Hood.
Because he was talking about justification.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that was Boy with Lawrence Fishburne and all that, right?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, man.
I hate to say, but that's one of the things that is I've noticed is this. You know, like I have my son now, and technically the only reason I have him is because she flipped and just went all like that. And I mean, the way the system is set up to get custody of your kid, the woman got to damn near do everything wrong. She could have other kids taken from them, and they still just give her the benefit of the doubt so much.
Yep, surely will.
And it's not like literally. He's been only reason he's now by the state reasons. I have custody.
But that's just like taking a kid to the candy store with nobody there and saying, "Hey, don't eat none of this candy." Why nobody's watching them. Right. That's why they do that, because they already expect, they know the woman not too much. What she's going to do? Spend. It's money. It's just all they, okay, hey, get over there. We know she go F up, but still, that's fine. With men, they know with men, and the status is there. The statistics, speak. Like with kids with men, female or male does better. Even with black males, it's even higher, but still. They try their hardest to keep them away from us. See, it's all within the plan. But that's when we got to start thinking, okay, hey, look, me personally, and like I said, this is just me, that, I started looking at the other philosophy people was going through. They got the big toes and all that. I started looking into that. And then I just said, okay, this is the route I need to go, I mean, also with my kids, I had to learn what a female nature is. And I mean, hey, this sometimes what females say. They want to date up. They want to do this, play these games. They just kids. Not all, but, hey, I had to start applying that to my situation and be like, okay, I'm getting angry. She won't control. She's using him to get control, using my kids to get control over me. Just let it be. Stop thinking that way and just flip the script. Right. And I did, and it worked for me. I don't even give a fuck about what she's saying. All this, I'm fucking blah, 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 or you can't see him, or what she tried that, because what I did is when it got a lawyer and I got my visitation rights.
But see, that's another problem that we have. That's one of the things that I say when it comes to the whole thing. Why the hell you got to get lawyers? They don't take it. Like I was sitting here fighting I was talking to the child support people for, my situation. Mm-hmm. And I was sitting there talking to them, and I said, why the hell I got to get lawyers? I got to come up with fees and all this damn shit to file paperwork and do all that shit just to get y'all to stop your child support when a boy been living with me for over 3 years. I think your ass can walk down there with no money, no job, no resources, and just snap and just say something, and y'all motherfuckers sending the dogs after me.
Well, that's
well, you can claim indigent, and we'll do the stuff for free. You do the shit for free for me too.
But listen to me now. Now that's what you teach your son. Or you this tell them that's the system is for them. It's for the women. It's not for the men. So
definitely
careful. Like now, that's what I'm teaching my boys. This system is not for you guys. If you choose to get married, understand something. You could get screwed heavily. So if you do, hopefully you getting married, you want to have kids. Be careful who you have sex with. If you do, protect yourself. I'll be breaking it down because I'm letting them know of what I'm seeing that was society allowing them to happen, especially with women. So you got to be honest.
Yeah.
With your boys. And that's, if anything, I would say to you, if you have them or anybody else, please just tell them that. And that's how we could stop this shit. Because once men start walking away from their ass and this bullshit society and allow them to do whatever the fuck they want to do, that shit gonna collapse.
Well, it's already collapsing.
You're right, it is. But
it's already collapsing because look at the system is based off of.
That's why I don't even
hand out.
And that's what I was finna say. That's why I don't believe in hoods. if you go in Chicago, and I'm gonna make this quick and let y'all go and finish what I gotta say. In Chicago, they tore down the projects. They tore them down. They made newer condos and townhouses, beautiful, like buildings and all that. And they moved them back up in there. Some of them areas where they're staying is the most violence, and that doesn't make. So how can you say that's a hood? It's only a hood because most of you black women that getting these handouts don't give a fuck about getting them handouts. And you showing that to your kids and everybody else, you don't give a fuck about them handouts. But when it comes to us, we don't get that shit. We have to build. We have to work. We got to do all this shit to be able to have our own, and we still get fucked over. But you know why they get them bras, some handouts? Because they know they don't give a fuck. What they gonna do? They spend it. They gonna spend it recklessly. They reckless. Like when they get these big ass tax refunds, what do them bitches? I'm sorry. What do them females always go do? They spend it. Just don't give no fucks about it. But who's benefit from it? It ain't us.
It's true.
They know what they doing. They know what they doing. Now, like you say with the Jews, if we start having them communities and that dollar with all that can't leave out the community too fast, all this shit will be done.
It'll be done overnight.
It'll be done with.
We'll be the ninth richest country in the world. We'll have our own everything, but that's a myth.
I know. But I know that. I mean, sometimes like I tell people that you got to get out the matrix. And that's what I mean, like, it's all a scheme, and it's just like the women in these hood, that's why they stay there, but they say it's not a hood. It's just they just got you in the hood mentality. They keep you there for a reason.
They got a choice to leave. They got a choice if they want to leave.
Yeah, but
it's convenient. It's convenient for them.
I know it's convenient. Exactly. It's convenient.
And then
it's convenient for the other Asians and other people there who they spend all their money with.
Yeah, because I know one of my homegirls. She's I don't know if she's still in Section 8 though, but she ended up getting her a house now, so she's doing pretty good. But she was telling me that they can move from state to state if they want to. Like if they get tired of the city,
they can move.
They can move to another state.
They can move.
Yeah. And she stayed in nice. My homegirl stayed in nice areas. She never stayed in no hood because she realized because when I went to go check her out, I'm talking about condos uptown. Like damn, these places nice.
But they don't know.
I'm expecting it.
They're the one who creates the hood. That's what I mean. Because, like you saying, like now, like a lot of them are moving to the suburbs with Section 8. Now they making them suburbs violent.
Yep. I live in one of the suburbs, and just like literally, that's one of the problems where we have now in our city. Our city, we're in a suburb on the skirts of Cleveland. So basically, what we have a lot of Section 8 people, and it's not the fact that the Section 8 people are always the worst, but it's just the fact is, like our police even say, it's not the fact that we have problems like with the youth, but we had the problems with the youth who weren't born and their parents weren't born and raised in a suburb. Like if their parents weren't born and raised in a suburb, and they've got like, even if they started off down the way and moved up here, a lot of them bring that down the way mentality up here. And they think that because in the suburbs, a lot of people are a lot more relaxed. They're not out here trying to, you ain't sitting outside in the front yard at a card table, playing loud music, playing outside. Like literally, they think that that's acceptable. But where that was acceptable down there, where people up here don't do that type of thing. Most of us have a job, so we don't want to throw trash down in our yard because we realize if you make your area look bad, that just make your house go down in value. And considering that you sitting here and you were going to work every day to pay for a house, the worst thing you want to do is be paying for a house, and then say your house worth $100,000, and now because you don't let the community go to shit, now your house ain't even worth $20,000. Because motherfuckers don't want to clean up after themselves, or they want to sit up here and just sit out on the porch all day and yell and scream. I mean, they do a lot of ignorant stuff, which brings the property down where most people don't want to live in the area. I mean, we had one Section 8 tenant on the street. It took them 6-7 years to get rid of her. But literally, I mean, her kids were just that bad, always in the problems. And then the problem is her house became the kicking house. So it would be all these kids over here, and none of them lived up here in the suburbs. So like literally, our police were always being taxed and called, and they would tell them, if you notice, all the people we arrest, they don't live up here. He said, man, I would just like to arrest the kid that was born and raised here. He said, all these kids that we arrested, none of them live up here in the suburbs. All of them live down in Cleveland. But yet, at one time we had 5 people or 5 for sale signs on my street. They finally got that woman Section 8 revoked and all that, and the city finally got rid of her. Because I mean, they had tried to tax the landlords and all like that. They were just paying the fine. They finally got rid of her. Within like 2 days after she left, our street turned into a completely different street. It was like the other neighbors were out that you never saw. They were out and they speaking again. And it was like, wow, out of the 5 people who had their houses up for sale, 3 of them took their houses down because they said, well, shit, now that they're gone, we can stay.
Right.
And I mean, it actually comes to that where people say, these motherfuckers so bad, I got to get the fuck out of here.
That's why I don't believe in that hood. I don't believe in it.
It's a mentality. You bring that, right.
Bring it. Let's just be real. So I'm just like, okay, but I guess like, the saying going, as it goes, like, hey, if you don't work hard for your shit, I guess you just, you ain't keep up with it. Why should you?
Right. Well, Kevin just made a comment there. They said they make these nice places with fireplaces and garages, but destroy it in 5 years. That is so true, Kevin.
Yeah, that's so true.
I was a Section 8. I used to have some Section 8 property I used to be responsible for. Man, you walk in here and you see how these people tear these houses up. Man, I done seen houses where sometimes we done got rid of a person in 3 months. And in 3 months, that place need a complete overhaul. I mean, you would be like, what in the hell? I mean, did they live in this house? Right.
When people be trying to blame things of like violence and they be like the hood, I be like, stop that bullshit. Because I'm like, these was just some all these houses, most of these houses in this community, area right here was redone. Nice looking houses, townhouses, and here it is, month or 2 later. Not only you got a high number thing of shootings and people getting killed, but like you said, Dre, I could imagine how you could tell by the outside, trash everywhere.
Yeah, trash everywhere.
Imagine the inside.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yeah. My mom, she has a house and she rents it out for Section 8 families. Man, I wasn't up there to see it. She was calling me, she needed to get some money because I guess whoever was in there destroyed the house. I mean, to the point my brother was willing to fight the family. My brother was about to go ham. He was about to whip somebody's ass because they destroyed my mom's house.
Right. And what's so bad about it is they
like, damn,
about, well, you can
I don't give a damn.
They say, well, you can get your money back from the people that. But here's the question: most of these motherfuckers ain't got bank accounts anyway. So if a motherfucker sit up here, if a nigga owe you $10,000 and he ain't got it, even if you won a judgment, you ain't getting the money.
No, but it's not even
people don't realize that you ain't getting the money. It's
not even that. It's just like how he was saying, like probably when his brother was coming at them, like they didn't even give a fuck.
They didn't care.
Like they didn't care. Like you just ruined somebody, gave you a chance, come move in their property that they probably had nice and everything for you and was cool with you, and here you come and destroy the shit and don't give a fuck that you.
That's what I'm talking about when it comes back to lack of responsibility.
Man. And I think that's what get passed down. Like with these mothers that have sons, they teach them that. They show them. They ain't gonna say
Don't
teach them, but they show them that.
you don't admit to anything. You didn't do anything wrong. You know
Right.
they owe you. Come on, man.
Right.
Stop the
That's
Don't
why
take
bull.
no responsibility for your actions.
exactly. And
Yeah,
hey, I
yeah.
do that, but that's why I be like, okay, we need to give them that space. Like, hey, it's okay. You went through this, but you could get through it. All right. You could be a man. You could build. Just like, hey, I don't want to say it is what it is, but it is what it is. You know, hey, it's here your pathway. Let's do this. Yeah, other men now here that's willing to help you. No, and not chastise, you know, because I want to be chastising them for talking about them, like you were saying, Dre. They be acting like they're cool with you, then the same token now they ready to bash you. Nah. If I feel like if your heart is right and you ready to build, I'm ready to help you build. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Yep, I was sitting here reading Kevin. Kevin said you can't even curb this shit after eviction. You got to put it in storage. Yeah, that's true. A lot of people, but sometimes the way they have it now, when you evict someone, they want you to like put their stuff in storage, and you're not even allowed to do it yourself. You got to hire a moving company to do it and put their stuff in storage and pay the first month.
What?
Now that's kind of, a lot of times it's that.
You gotta pay the first month.
Yeah, you have to pay the first month. Yeah, you didn't know that? Now that's if they don't leave on their own reconnaissance, even after the eviction, because basically this side to evict.
Wait. You mean to tell me a Section 8 person gets evicted? You got to pay the first. Well, if they're not there to pick their stuff up, you got once you get their stuff moved, you got to pay the first month.
Yeah, you do.
Oh hell no! That shit accidentally actually got burnt up, or actually somebody stole it.
No, this is how it works in
Somebody would end up stealing that stuff.
No, but in Cleveland it works like this. If you want to evict a person, you got to go and pay $117 to start the eviction process. Okay, now you go down there, you pay $117. They'll come, they give you a court date usually within 10 days. You go to court, go back to court on that date, and they'll usually do that thing. Then they normally give them another 15, 20 days to move out. Every once in a while, they'll give them up to a month and a half. They give them a day to move out. They're supposed to be out at this date and time. Now, if they don't come and move out on that date and time, then you got to pay what they call the sheriff to come and physically put them out there. So that's usually runs you about another $200 there. Now, if they have stuff, you have to hire a licensed moving company to move their stuff into storage. And you got to pay the first month of rent on storage. Now, what we mostly try to do is, if you're smart and you've had to evict the people before, what you try to do is word it in a certain way, because a lot of people don't know that they can just, like, say if a tenant wanted to be an asshole and really make your shit worse, what they do is they'll say, oh, okay, I'm not gonna move my shit, and they can make you put their stuff in storage and then just get it out anyway. So that way it'll cost you another $200 for the sheriff, another for the storage fee. I mean, so they can really tax you on the back end if a tenant knows, how the law, the parts that work in their favor. But
so what if somebody breaks in and steal all that stuff?
You can't. Only problem with that's not gonna work, because first thing they just gonna say is they file a police report or this, that, and the other. I mean,
you don't got nothing to do. Wait. First of all, no. What I'm saying is, you didn't know what was gonna happen.
Right.
But
somebody breaks it.
Somebody broke in, took all that shit. And then you decide to evict them.
Yeah, no, it don't work that way. Unfortunately, the eviction process is a long process. It's not very quick. Here in Ohio, I mean, it takes.
They're gonna have some name brand stuff up in there. If they don't got nothing else, everything in there has a name on it. I mean, if you don't get it, so.
Yeah, right. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I definitely get that.
Because it seems like they don't got a car, but they got every child got some J's on. She got that $200 that thing in her head. Nails stay done. but you just can't keep a good man. You know, you hitting the Kraft
Right.
macaroni. You know, but why you don't spend time to learn how to cook? If you ain't gonna do nothing, learn how to cook. At least learn how to do something. So when you get a good man, you can keep him.
Oh shit! But that's one of the problems too in our society is if you see all this stuff is they put all this emphasis on what men need to do and we need to take care of our women, but you never hear the women saying, well, what do they need to do to keep a good man?
They're not gonna ask. They ain't gonna ask. They just gonna always say
Certain
they go.
things is expected. You know, you're
Yeah, like
expected to do. You're
but
expected to pay her bills, get her nails done, or
how
whatever.
you? Yeah, but you saying all this expecting, but you raise them. You raise these people like that.
Right.
Are you
Thank you.
are you teaching them that as you raise them? Like this
No.
is what a woman expect. This is what a woman should do in a relationship, but you can't do that because you by yourself.
Right. Yep.
But anyways, I love my women. I love them all. But we got some work. We got some work to do. I said we
Yeah,
got
it's a lot of work.
we got some work to do. I love them all, but damn man, we shooting bad. We shooting bad.
Yeah, we got some work to do. I mean, like I'm not one of those that say, "Oh, I've never dated no black woman" or nothing like that. I mean, I still love my black women, but it's just that they've gotten into that a lot. They've been a lot of selfish lately,
Yeah,
and
tell
I
it.
mean, I sit there and laugh because they put a value on that. Sex is just basically the sex is the only reward that they're supposed to give.
That's the only thing they can offer is
Right.
sex.
But I mean, it's also too. They also see that
It's like I
that
don't want to. You know, if we're gonna be potentially together for like 30, 50 years. You think we're gonna be having sex all that whole time? I need to know what's in your head. I need to know what kind of skills you got. I need to know if you can at least, cook. I need to at least know you know how to run something, run a business if we get something together. You know, you know, stuff that keep us together. I need to know that stuff, but sex, come on. You know, you showing your body every single day. I mean that's not a surprise. I know how your body looks. I know how you got it all. You got all over them Instagram, so that's no surprise. I'm serious. I'm not surprised anymore. I know how your body looks, so I'm not. That's not that's not a mystery. Well, that's not mysterious no more. You know, so whatever. I don't gotta work hard because I know what I'm looking. I already know I already know what it is. Now I just gotta see. Now I gotta see if I can get a little closer to it.
listen
But
here.
besides all that, I mean, the thing is, they want you to look at the body first, and then what's in their head. But it should be like, how is your conversation? Can you talk? Can you carry your conversation? How long can you conversate? What kind of skills you got? Oh yeah, you got 3 degrees. Okay, what are you doing for your community then? Besides working in that working for that dude for all them long hours, what are you doing inside your old community you used to stay in that you claim you came from the bottom from? What are you doing for them? Nothing.
I don't know.
I'm
Kevin
serious.
said, "Look at Janet Jackson. She doubled her net worth. What did she
Oh
do,
she.
Rob?"
Oh yeah, she broke up with the dude after the 5 year prenup. Wait, no, I ain't gonna say prenup, but I guess they had a 5. After 5 years, she's entitled to an amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how much, but I know the dude said 500 million.
For real?
I don't know. That's allegedly. So I know the dude's worth. The dude is a billionaire. Some Arab guy. He's a billionaire. and she married a guy for 5. I guess after 5 years, she's entitled to amount of money, and then if she does have a child by him, she's entitled to even more money. So she played her cards right. That's how most at that age you'll see a lot of women do stuff like that. Mariah Carey. Who else? Janet Jackson is in that category now. Jennifer Lopez is trying to do something like that. I'm making stuff up now. Let me just stop.
Wow.
But that's what's going on with Janet Jackson. I don't know. I guess a lot of people saying that she just did it for the baby. She did it for the money, because but she's worth like 100 million, I think, 120 million or something like that. But maybe she wanted more money. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what her plan was. But that baby is pale as hell, though. You seen the baby she was holding?
Nah, I'm about to look it up now. See,
look how pale the baby is. That baby needs some sunlight.
You said that bad, huh?
Yeah, that baby needs to put it. She over there smiling, happy, like, yeah, whatever. She's happy, and that's what's up. But damn, that baby needs some sunlight. That baby needs some sun. Baby pale.
So it needs some vitamin D, huh?
Yeah, something. She's gonna think that baby. She's gonna think she kidnapped or adopted him.
Let's see.
Yeah, you'll see what I'm talking about. I always liked the Janet Jackson though.
But yeah, it said evidently her. Let's see. Oh yeah, you're right. Boy, he pale as all get out.
Like he just been birthed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to put some sun. He'll get darker though. She ain't gonna be. Hopefully she'll still be smiling though. But he's gonna get darker. Them Arabs, they get darker. Let me stop saying Arab. I mean Arab. Them corner store Arabs, they ain't like when you call them Arabs. They were ready to chase you down.
Well, I wonder, has it said? Did it come out that she got money? Kevin's saying 500 million. Did it come out and say that she got 500 million?
I think they're going through the process now. I don't know how long they've been separated, but is it like a year? You got to be separated for a year, right? Then then you can start the divorce process. I don't know how that goes.
I don't know nothing about that.
Oh, okay. So, yeah,
I couldn't tell you. I don't know nothing about the divorce stuff and how that goes.
You heard about what's the name? Lala and what's his name? They had split. The dude, Lala, what's the girl named? Lala, she's a radio person now, and then the NBA player.
No, who is Lala? Who's Lala?
Lala, she's a radio person in New York. And what's the dude, the basketball player, man? I don't know.
Carmelo Anthony and Lala.
There you go. Yeah, Carmelo Anthony. I don't know how official that is. I don't know how.
They split it because Carmelo, he wants out of New York. He want to leave.
Oh, he want to leave New York?
Yeah, and she don't.
Well, they already said that. Carmelo, he wasn't happy. He wasn't happy in New York anyway. I mean, anybody that paid attention.
He ain't gonna win. He ain't gonna win no ring staying up there, so he gotta leave.
Unfortunately, unless Carmelo go to a team, only place he had to come to Cleveland, like a heavy contender.
Well, that's what
he ain't going to OKC. They already too heavy on that team. He had to go to like San Antonio.
No,
he go to Charlotte.
to go. He actually wants to go to Cleveland because he, him and LeBron is real close. So,
Yeah.
but Lala, she don't
He
want
needs
to
to go to Charlotte.
She don't want to leave New
She
York.
can stay there.
So
she can stay. It's only a season, right? Basketball season. She can stay there.
I think it's
do
more
her little thing.
I need to go look up this. Let me tell you guys, go look up what she did. Y'all know about that the series on Stars on cable? I think it was 50 Cent's Power.
Mm-hmm. Well, I watch Power, yeah. When does Power come back home, by the way?
Type her name. She got naked in one of the series, one of the episodes.
Oh.
In Power?
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Oh, yeah. She got killed. She the one got killed, though. She got killed at the, because she was about to, because she I guess, damn, what's his name? Ghost Girl went up in there and told her, yo, close your mouth. Don't say nothing. Because they're gonna do something to you if you run in your mouth. Because I guess I guess she overheard them talking. You remember Remember the dude that came to the shop, started talking to Ghost Girl.
I was just people telling me about it. At my,
okay.
They were just. I watched it before, but I don't really watch this stuff anymore. But they was talking about at my job. Guy talking I heard about Lila was naked on Power, and I was like, what? So I go look it up, and I was like, oh.
Find out the real cause.
Yeah, but she ain't staying there long though. She got killed. What's his name killed? I don't know. What's his name killed the Ghost's right hand man went up in there, clean and put her under.
But
and I bet she took the money too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, she didn't stay there that long. She owned a shop, a hair salon.
Damn, so that was quick. Get naked and get killed.
Oh yeah, you're right. And now I remember exactly. I was trying to think which character she was. Now I remember. Yeah.
The one that owned the hair salon.
Yeah, now I remember. Yeah.
Because they was using her shop to clean the money up.
Right.
Yeah, clean the money up.
You want to hear something funny? I actually, when does that show come back home?
I don't know. I'm waiting for it too.
Actually, I binge watched that. I didn't watch it until I didn't watch it until a long time.
Yeah,
until it already been. I just started watching it about 3-4 months ago, maybe, and I been watched all the. I mean, that was a show. That I never thought I'd like a show. I'm like, but 50 Cent's character, he's definitely one of them people that he plays his part well. He's a very hateable character or a very likable character, depending on what type of person you are. But I mean,
he should have died. I don't know how
how many
he
times
should have died. I was like, man.
The last time I watched it, because I think the guy had stabbed him or something, shot him.
Yeah, he's talking about Ghost. Ghost had when they was fighting.
Yeah. Right.
He put a bag on his head or something. Put like a bag on his head. And he set the place on fire.
Yeah, it was on fire, and that's the last time I watched it.
Oh yeah.
No, I watch. You can go online. I hate to say I don't have cable anymore. I got rid of cable. You can just go. All you gotta do is just type watch. Like if there's a show you want to watch, if the show been out for more than 5-6 hours, you can normally find it with about 10-15 minutes worth of searching. If it's been out for more than a day and a half, you can usually find it within 3 minutes. Basically, what you do is just type, say the show you want to watch, just type it in Google. Watch the name of the show, especially if watch Power Season 1, Episode 3, online free. And then you can usually find it on that first or second page of Google.
Yeah, I had to start watching Power because that Empire stuff starting to get off.
Oh, I watched Empire when it first came out. I watched maybe 3 or 4 episodes. As soon as they started going to ghetto, I couldn't watch that shit.
Yeah, I had to stop. The first show I was there, but then they started
going ghetto.
They made the other dude part. Made him the head person. The fruitcake guys. Oh man, I already knew what it was gonna be.
Now, as
I
soon
already
as I
know
saw,
it's gonna be. I had to
stop
cut it.
watching.
I had
I'll
to
stop
stop.
watching shows that make black people look bad. I'm surprised because I was just like, when people told me about Power, the only reason I really like the Power so much is because if you see, yes, he was a drug dealer, but you see, he's trying to get out the game, and every time he does, something happens to pull him back in.
Yeah.
And I feel, to me, he's like, he's a drug dealer and all like that, but he runs it a little bit more professional. You know what I mean? You can see that he's trying to, and he's even trying to pull the other guy out. You see how many times, if you watch all those episodes, you see how many times he tried to get this other dude to come out of that lifestyle.
Yeah.
But the other dude, he don't want to come out the lifestyle. That's the problem.
Another one is pretty good. Is Cage? What is it? Luke Cage?
Yeah.
I ain't never seen it.
Luke Cage is good too. Luke Cage is really good. Did you know they got mad because he was dark? People started complaining because because who were.
Yeah, I heard about that. They were saying it
I
because
was like,
he's too dark.
I was like, what the hell? It's like, why they complaining because he's too dark for?
Yeah, basically supposed to be a white person or whatever. Yeah.
Who are these people that's complaining? I gotta see. I wish I could see some of these people's faces.
Right.
Just like the people that's complaining about "Humble," that song that came out with Kendrick Lamar. A man is complimenting natural beauty, and he still gets dogs. Like they still don't like him. I don't understand him.
Why? How you figure you don't understand it? Because how many women, especially black women, show their natural beauty?
Did you hear the argument? Well, in his video he showed two types. He showed a Photoshop.
You said the Photoshop. I saw it.
Yeah. So now it was people that I don't know who was complaining, but they were complaining the fact that he was acknowledging how more attractive you are when you are natural. I miss the natural look. So you're getting out of hand with all this plastic. It took Remy Ma to start. First they sent Remy Ma. They start knocking down all these plastic people.
Well, I would admit I wasn't doing any videos then, but when Remy Ma, the best rapping I had seen in a long time was when Remy Ma.
She was sent.
When she ethered.
She was sent. She was
girlfriend Nicki Minaj. I hate to say the motherfuckers that love Nicki Minaj like that. No, motherfucker, she roasted your ass. I hate to say you can hang this shit up.
She roasted everybody.
You got your ass roasted.
She roasted everybody that. I ain't gonna say everybody. I'm gonna say it. She pretty much, Remy Ma represented those who were sick of these plastic people. Mm-hmm. This fake mess, this imitation mess. She represented, and that's what I love Remy Ma for that, because I'm tired of it too. I want something real now.
Well, I hate to say something. I've been tired. I hated Nicki Minaj for years, so I was just happy for somebody to come and shake her boat. I'm gonna just say it like this: any father, any black man that has a daughter that's coming of age should hate Nicki Minaj.
I don't
know about. Maybe hating is maybe too harsh.
But she's a very bad role model for upcoming.
Yeah, there we go. Bad role model. I ain't gonna say I hate it.
I don't understand how they make her a role model. That's the thing I didn't get. I was just like, really? But who did it once again, and who was doing it? Pretty trashy ass black women.
You can't. Well, guess what? Who's all right? Maybe in the lower ranks of things, but in the higher ranks of things, who is controlling? Who's controlling her image? When she signed that dotted line, her image belongs to them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
so now
the mainstream. I gotta agree with that.
Yeah. But now the lower. Now I can agree with you. What you said when it comes to the lower people. The people that imitating her. But now, as far as where she get her image from, she's not in control of that.
No,
they give her that stuff for free.
Right. Yeah, and it worked. It worked.
Yeah,
They did.
Yeah, they get that stuff to her for free. She ain't spending no money. She can say, "Oh, it's this amount of money. Let me see the receipt you paid for it."
Yeah.
I mean,
But
it don't
besides,
matter with the receipts. I mean, she triple. She did pay for it. The profit she gained from that.
yeah. Because what they're gonna do is give it to her for free. She gonna promote it for free for them. You know, all she gotta do is post up on Instagram and show her little new gear. Oh yeah, they run into the store, they run into the mall to see if they can get the next thing. They want to dye their hair now. They want to put some Kool-Aid in their hair now. So as far as her image, her likeness, they control that. She don't control that.
Yeah, I agree. I always said that. I feel the same way. Like also like with Young Thug, I felt like he did that because what's his name found that was gonna be some type of avenue for him to be able to do it. Knowing he really wasn't too much of a platinum artist, but still he made noise, and he knew that. He knew it.
Yeah. And the thing now is the thing that's more fashionable. I ain't gonna say fashionable. The thing that's trending now is, I guess maybe I might be reaching, but acting feminine.
Right. I know you don't trust. I agree. A lot of us sometimes because we don't want to be judging, but that shit is feminine.
Yeah, a lot of that is starting. I see a lot of that's like the trending. Like that's what you see in a lot of these young folks videos. They really feminine. They really act kind of feminine. I guess it's for the attention, for the views. But they do those the head. They do the head. They move their shoulders a lot.
Yeah, the bob and then what they do.
Yeah. That's what women do.
Yeah. That's
so
true.
I don't know. I mean, I might be reaching, but that's kind of feminine. I see a lot of women do that, but I don't know.
If you think about it, even with rap, look at rap. Okay, perfect example, perfect song, Bad and Bougie.
Yeah.
That's the perfect song to show you. As the guy said, he said out his mouth that I'm bad and bougie. I never heard a man say he was bougie. Never, ever, ever.
I thought he was talking about a female in the song.
He was, but then they were saying that they are bad and bougie also.
Oh,
they make it as
I thought he was talking about a female because it's
no, he was, but then he said I'm bad and bougie also.
I mean, if you listen to some of these songs nowadays, I would have been. It's a couple of them. It's a couple of them. I ain't even gonna lie. That it's like it's just catchy. Just like I know you done heard that song. You're like, "Mama told me,
right?
Not to work."
Yeah,
yeah. I said now I can actually see that because that could be a song right there that technically if you rap that, I don't know the words other than the chorus, but if you rap that song, like really, that could be a good like song to tell kids not to sell drugs.
Yeah, but but then it's just like they'll put out a video and then they probably be ones out of selling dope. Like, okay, how can you like, oh man.
What about that one?
Huh?
Now I was saying, what about that song when it was? I don't know, it's some kiddie song, but the one that it hurts when I hear it because when they usually, I guess, basically the chorus go, your daddy ugly or something. You remember that song? It's like a little nursery rhyme type of song. Maybe it's probably just popular in the South, but basically it's something like your daddy ugly or something. Something your daddy ugly. I don't know how the song goes, but I don't know. I'll look it up. I have to look it up when I.
It probably gained momentum because Bad and Bougie been out. It was out last year, but all of a sudden now this year, like at the radio station here in Chicago, that's all they played nonstop is that song.
Oh yeah.
Just give us some time. I promise you, that once it gained like that guy 21 Savage. I ain't know nothing about this dude. People kept talking about. I'm like, who the hell is this 21 Savage? Now I look up. I'm hearing Jay-Z saying his name in the rap song. And I was like, what? Jay-Z don't. I was like, okay. I mean, that's just how it goes. These trends, but it is feminine. It's very feminine. Like I said, perfect example. Bad and that dude say I'm bad and bougie. I was like, what? What man was it?
That's so, and then you know a lot of the gear, some of these guys are wearing. You know, women too.
I,
The designers are homosexuals.
yeah,
You know, one example, number one example is Versace.
yeah. The Robin jeans too.
Yeah, he's a homosexual.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, a lot of people screaming Versace, Versace. You know, that's Versace. That's homosexual gear you wearing.
That's like y'all know 2 Chainz, right?
Yeah, I know.
Right, 2 Chainz.
Yeah.
I see that stuff he be wearing, right? Because he like to wear that Versace shit. Shit don't even look right, man.
I mean, you got tight. Everything gonna be tight. So believe me, they looking at all that tight stuff. No homo.
You a tall ass ex basketball player, man, looking like a skinny ass sumo wrestler, man, like just tights on. It's like I'm like that shit don't even look right, man.
I'm gonna tell you a person to look up. Look up the football the quarterback for the Panthers. Look at his wardrobe.
The dab quarterback.
Just look him up. Look him up. Look up his wardrobe. I ain't gonna put him out there, but
it ain't. Is it worse than what's his name, Westbrook? Because Westbrook was horrible.
I don't know. You had to see because I think I have to look up Westbrook.
You never see Westbrook? Oh man,
nah. I don't watch basketball.
A Slayer outfit on.
I don't watch basketball.
No, I'm just saying. You know how they show them going in? They was coming into the stadium.
Oh, okay.
Slayer out like a
wait. Did he have the one? Was he wearing some holy shirt and some holy pants or something?
He was cut. Yeah, it's like what a woman would wear. Like she going to one of them concerts. What the hell he had on?
I think I've seen that. I think I've seen a picture of that.
You know, because you know when it come on TNT, you know they was like,
yeah.
Yeah. I had turned my head. They was like, what the?
They need to fire their dresser.
And they kept showing it all through the whole game. They just kept putting up the picture of it.
I don't see that. The thing is, I don't think they dressing them themselves. I think they hired dressers, and that's who dresses them.
That what gains attention now, like from these young guys.
Yeah.
I think that's what gets their attention, or for them to get attention. But once again, and I'm not trying to throw shade, but most of these males that's in sports was raised by what? Where they coming from?
Yeah.
Perfect example. Another example.
Yeah.
What's his name? Played for Golden State. He used to play with Westbrook. What's that dude's name? He played for Golden State now.
Kevin
Durant. Got his mom kissing his mom, my mama, everything. Hey,
right.
You don't owe your mama shit, man. You went up there, like Kobe. Mama wasn't in shooting the gym with you.
All right.
You got her there every game kissing. How you doing? Man, no, you can't talk about my mama. But what about your father?
I will say that is too. That's especially with LeBron, because that's true.
LeBron. Okay, LeBron is the perfect example of a single mom, because his old extra emotional ass.
Right.
Okay, look at the difference. Look at the difference. Jordan and Kobe. Who did they have? Even now, what's Stephen Curry? You notice the difference with them? Then you look at a LeBron.
What's that?
I never seen so many. I never seen.
Durant emotional.
Yeah, he just flops up. Did you see that? Did you see that when he? I don't know. Somebody barely touched him. He flopped like half court. He flopped all the way to half court.
Who, LeBron?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they trying to sell them calls. The plain and simple is LeBron. Think about it. LeBron played football.
Oh, man.
LeBron played football before he played
playing football now.
He don't act like he played football. He act like he played like he never played any sport.
Think about it. Now, they got videos of him. You got to see. Why did I start playing? Okay, now you got to see. There's videos of him playing football, man. He take hits like about but in basketball.
Nah, man. Ain't no saving them, man. Ain't no saving them. Oh,
but that's what I'm. And you know, is with them two players, Durant and LeBron, they don't got that killer instinct like with a Kobe and a Jordan.
Yeah. I don't take nothing from him. I don't take nothing from LeBron. He's a very
talented, but you got.
But damn, don't touch him because he's gonna flop all the way to half court.
He gonna do a Superman.
Go somewhere with that, man. Go somewhere.
I saw it. He drank so much. He drank so much of them sodas, the mixed sodas. He can't even keep from cramping.
Oh man, I forgot. Y'all over there dissing Bron. That's Dre Mans right there.
Oh, that's what that is.
No, come on, Dre. But Dre, you gotta be critical of him too. I always thought LeBron said, you really gotta push him now. Maybe now because of what he did last year, I give him props. He really, even that series with San Antonio when he took that headband off.
Nah, he didn't do nothing last year. That game was given to them.
Go somewhere. You about to get kicked off the damn town.
I saw it. It reminded me of the Broncos and the Panthers game.
Oh, but Stephen, he was off, man. Curry.
He was Steph pissed. Curry. If y'all he was pissed. Steph he was Curry. Pissed.
No.
He was pissed the whole
Curry,
game.
This is the thing. No, Steph Curry don't have. He don't have as Steph Curry is like LeBron a couple years ago. He don't got that killer instinct and pressure bust pipes with him. That's really what the best way to beat Steph Curry is turn him into a passer.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened.
They were smart. But they applied the pressure on them.
Right. Literally, Steph Curry is not known for his.
Guess what?
You turn him into a passer, he's gonna make mistakes, and that's what they did. You get him. Why don't you get Steph Curry frustrated? It's over with.
Yeah. But guess what? Okay, now this is what they did. I'm gonna tell you what they did. They gave the whole team a check. The one that did not accept the check, they fouled him out.
I'm not gonna do this motherfucker. Not talking this right here. Do
you remember the one that was the only one that was actually shooting, that was actually playing for the Golden State Warriors? They had to foul him out because he wasn't hip with the program.
Whatever, man. Go somewhere.
Power forward. What's his name?
Oh, I forgot his name. But he was the only one playing. Everybody else was like, everybody else looked mad. Like they was pissed. Like they wanted to play, but they knew they couldn't play.
No, I like what what's name did. And I kept saying this about Golden State. They was living by that three. And they ended up dying.
Yep.
That was genius. What they say, hey, stop Curry. Make Curry a passer. They did. They say stop him. And they did.
And that's what it is. Everybody sits there and jocks or talks all this shit, but Kyrie Irving is a much better point guard than Curry when it comes to overall point guard skill.
Too fast.
Because I'm saying Curry can shoot the three and stuff like that with a business, but when it comes to overall point guard skills, I give it to Kyrie.
Yeah, Kyrie been in a little longer than him.
Curry is a dagger, and you give him that. Like I said, if I'm like the coach of the Cavs, we going up against Golden State in the 7-game series. First time is this. Every time Curry comes to the hole, he gets hit. That first time he come to the hole hard, I'm gonna hit him hard with a good hard foul. I don't give a damn if it's almost a flagrant and they say, but I'm gonna tell him, let him come to the hole first. Let him go know that every time that first quarter, every time he comes to that hole, so that way you turn him into a jump shooter, where he don't really penetrate and attack the basket all like that much anyway. But you turn him into a jump shooter, and then you tell your person on him, look, this is what I want you to do. I don't want you to sit up here and do all this. I just want you to stay in the man's face. You stay in Curry's face, that's what fucks him up. Because as soon, and then once Curry, if you ever notice, once Curry picked the ball up off the floor, you got him. That's when you do the double. And then normally he makes a bad pass, and that usually leads to a turnover.
They did, because they had because they was bringing Tristan Thompson. They had him at the top of the key.
Yeah.
They was saying, I don't care about anybody else. Curry can.
Long as Curry don't shoot. Right. Long as Curry don't. And that's the problem is, right. You go into that, and most of the time Curry's gonna make a bad pass. And if somebody gets the ball and they make a shot, hey, you just lost that one. But most of the time you're gonna come out with either a bad shot secondwards afterwards, as long as if you do the trap and double team after you make him pick the ball up off the floor. That's how you get Curry. Curry is not good when they say pressure busts pipes, and they put the pressure on Curry. Curry need about 1 or 2 more years in the league. He's good.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Very good, but he ain't there yet. Like that's why.
Wait, hold on.
LeBron,
really good.
Curry. Guess what? He ended up catching a ring. So, I mean, how good can you get?
No. Oh, okay. Here's the question. You're gonna try to say that Curry is as good as LeBron. Think about it on your team. Would you rather have Steph Curry or LeBron? Like when he won that first year.
That's what I rather have Steph Curry because I don't have to worry about him stopping because he got so damn. He got his cramps. I don't got to worry about. I got to worry about him getting poked and he gonna flip all over the dang on court. Right, we need to get the game started. We gotta wait for you to get healed because you cramping or somebody touched you or something. We don't got time for that. We're trying to win.
Curry's ass can't hit worse shit. That's why he don't go home.
Curry can handle it. He can handle somebody pushing him. He can handle a little cramp because he's gonna put his arms in the air and breathe 10 times, and he's gonna be straight. He ain't gonna be time out.
LeBron does suffer from cramps all his career. Even back in high school, he had problems with that. So
I'm gonna tell you what he need to stop doing. Those steroids.
Whatever, man. Go somewhere.
They stop drinking all them damn sodas. The mixed Sprites. I see him in the stores. The mix. I don't know. Does he still do that? Does he still have those mixed Sprites?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if he still does it, but I know I used to see him in the stores. I tried them. The joints is nasty. I like just regular Sprite. I don't like my Sprite mix. I think that's what he was doing, promoting Sprite soda.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop off, guy. I'm
sitting here. We done sit here and
yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. I'm out too.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call it a night anyway, cause I thank you guys for watching. Please hit the like, share, subscribe button, and we'll see you guys on the flip side.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace out.